You are. I want to welcome you back to the APL grounds at Balata. Our game has just started. I think this is the second delivery or the third delivery. And my co-commentator tonight, Carol. How are you doing?
Yes, hi. I'm good. I'm great. It's wonderful to be here. Quite surprisingly, we have cricket action at Balata.
Yeah.
We had quite a bit of precipitation earlier in the area,
Yes.
and you know, I didn't expect us, but we have cricket here tonight live, and it looks a very pretty scene.
Yes. Here is the football, and this is shot and just pop up.
Yes.
I look at the wicket. The surface looked really good.
Okay.
But you can see there is moisture in it. So when the ball is shot, it is not going to rise. It's not going to go fast at all. It will just stop on you. So the players must be very careful. The batters here tonight. I am thinking it may be a low-scoring game, but let's wait and see what's happening. This is that is the first over. I think this is the fourth ball also. Ball, and that is hit straight to the man. That's one, and they hurry for one misfield. Fine, and they had a throw. Yeah, when you run in a single and you have overrun or you pass the stumps, even if there's overthrow, you are warned not to run the second run because you've gone too far past the stumps, and that is what we see happen here. The first over is completed, and the score. I must tell you that you missed the first ball. It was a short ball that was pulled away for 6.
Yes, over backward square leg.
Yeah.
It was a very handsome shot.
Very.
The batsmen have to be watchful on that pitch for the reasons you gave earlier, T.S. Morris. And it's the two teams, I call them the two Gs, the double Gs, they are matched up against each other, Grand Riviere against Goodlands.
Yes. Yeah.
So maybe we could run through the teams. This is Grand Riviere. The captain is Irenaeus Charles.
His son is Anil Charles, Shem Alexander, Shaquille Prudent, Kerrick Victor, Cal Adonis, Lindell Bernard, David Isidore, Colin Marius, and Mesmin O'Chillier, and
Shadrach Theodore.
Theodore.
And on the Goodlands list, we'll wait for this delivery. Okay, that's bowled into the batsman. That's Kerrick Victor facing up there, number 9, is it?
Yeah, 8.
He digs it out. It's pitched into his toes. And so the Goodlands team reads Zachary Edman. He played today. He played a fine innings in the June 11 match today.
Okay.
He scored 30+ runs off 20-something odd balls.
That's a good
Quite
student.
like him. He's a belligerent attacking player.
Yeah.
We have Alvin Lafay, Siobhan Joseph, Dane Edward, one of the 3 Edwards brothers, well known. Deshaun Rampal, Dwight Thomas, also well known. Dwight Thomas has some regional and even further abroad experience. Greg Wilson, former national player. He is doing commentary duties at the Dream 11 tournament. Evitas James, Clade, what looks like Clade Clovis, Albert Clovis, probably their brothers, Devon Eugene, and Monley Edward. There's the 12 names here. I'm not sure which one is a sub, but that's the list for Goodlands.
Yeah.
So is that the second over has not
Started.
begun? There seems to be a hold-up for some reason.
I think the umpire is doing some
Repair work?
Some repair work on the ground.
Right.
Because it is under. It looks a little soft. The
Subsurface
surface looks okay.
Yes.
But it's a little. There's a little moisture below. So
Yes, like-
and that is the end the bowler run in and deliver.
Yes.
So
From the southern end.
yeah.
From the terrace end, if we can call it that.
No. I think it was from this end, from the northern end.
Well, the first over was bowled from the northern end, which is the river end.
That's right.
And the southern end, I chose to call it the terrace end. Can you agree? The terrace end?
The terrace end. Okay. Or the southern end. Yeah.
The southern end, the terrace end. So, yeah, like I said, I was much surprised to hear and see the announcement that we were having cricket here tonight.
So what really happened? The bowler, he went to change his shoes. Apparently his spikes are damaging the ground.
On the
so
umpire
the
had to-
umpire suggested that.
Rightly so.
Rightly so. So he is coming, and he is going, yes, that is right.
Okay.
That is right. So he was asked to change his boots because he is going to make damage to the pitch.
The playing surface.
Yeah,
That's
to
right.
the playing surface,
Yes,
especially at the delivery mark where all your weight and energy is released.
That's
You,
right.
you, he can damage the pitch. So we are back with over number 2. Here is Evertus. Down, that kept low outside the off stump.
Yes, outside your stump. He dabbed at it, rather came down pretty late on it, Pastor Morris.
Yes.
I don't know that he picked it up early enough. I believe that's Kerrick.
Yeah, I
He's
think-
quite a very attacking player. If he gets going here, we could see a gem of an innings tonight.
Well, let's wait and see. I don't think the wicket is up to a gem of an inning. This one is whipped square leg and 1 run. I am thinking we will see everything on this wicket. The ball pop up, the ball slow.
Yes.
So it's the bowlers. The bowlers must bowl full on this wicket. When you bowl full, you give the ball the opportunity to swing. And if it's keeping low, you have to bowl straight.
Well, after this delivery, he tickles that down to short, fine, third man rather. The wicket keeper, Greg Wilson, collects and no run. Well, variable bounce, and that's made more pronounced because of the precipitation, because of the wetness of the pitch.
Yes.
And in comes the bowler, he jumps and delivers. That one was shorter in length and made some height at the wicket.
Yeah.
And Kerrick again looked a little ungainly in executing. It more or less looked like a flay rather than a proper shot that he made there, Pastor Morris.
Yes, yes.
So he needs to, I guess, take some time to understand how the wicket is playing. The bowler aborts. That's the third ball in the over. And he turns and will go back to his starting mark.
Batting is very difficult. And that is why there are not too many batters, great batters in the world. Because it calls to make decision within a fraction of a second. Coming forward, going back, playing.
Oh, and that one was pitched on maybe middle and leg. And I think it stopped on him. He did attempt to hook it. However, he only succeeded in taking it on some part of his body and it trickled down on the leg side. No run, not a bad, a very quiet over.
Very quiet over.
No,
Yeah.
no harm done in terms of runs scored.
I think the batsmen are doing okay. They take time and look at the wicket. It's not the same wicket we played on last night. Take time and look at the wicket. See what the ball is doing, especially see what the bowlers are doing.
It's not the same wicket, but not the same condition.
Yeah. Well, it's the same wicket.
It's the same wicket rather, but not the same conditions
Yeah,
are different.
that's what I meant, yeah.
Yes.
So, our... with the bowler.
Well, the start of a new over, I will have to find out who the bowler is. That's wide. Bowler is Zachary Edmond. He is quite an accomplished, I would call him a genuine all-rounder. He is pacey in terms of his bowling and does get movement in the air as well as off the pitch. And he's also quite a very attacking, aggressive stroke player. So we look forward to seeing him in action tonight. In he comes for the second delivery. And again, he's down the leg side. I believe Zachary Edmonds may have had just that same... is he replicating what happened in the Dream 11 match earlier?
Oh.
I'm not sure.
You had a number of wides delivered?
A number of wides. I hope I'm not calling this wrong. I will have to verify.
Last night, one team delivered 20 wides.
Oh my goodness, yes. It's really a concern that plagues quite a few of our players, and we need to bring it under control.
Well
Much
played.
better delivery.
And well played also.
And it kept low, but the batsman was equal to it and kept it out. Madam Statistician, was it Zachary who had a number of wides in the game today at the Dream 11 match? No? Oh, I see. Okay. We will have to take a rain check on that one.
So, Zachary?
I hope I'm not calling it wrong here. In he comes again. And that one is again down the leg side. So that's the third wide
Third
in the
wide,
over. And umpire Ariste shows us his wingspan. He's getting a little exercise and shows us his wingspan. He's now taking a look at where the batsman's foot lands at the front, at the popping crease. And in comes Zachary once more, jumps and delivers. Much better ball. That had the batsman groping.
Yes.
Groping literally outside the off stump.
And it was faster too.
Yes.
It was of a good length on the fourth stump line.
Height.
Yeah, and the batsman was committed to play.
He had to attempt
play,
a sort of hesitant, defensive, no man's land sort of shot.
It did move away from him.
Very indecisive shot.
Yeah.
Zachary is coming in again. He bowls. Oh my goodness, that one was more of Yorker length. I think he executed that full length delivery you were asking for.
That's right.
Pastor Morris. He may have gotten some movement. And the batsman was nowhere near it. I believe that is, if I recognize the batsman,
the batsman?
What's his name? Calvin Marius. He's quite an accomplished player, not attacking and big stroke making, but he will occupy the crease and milk the runs. And he plays proper cricket shots.
Yeah, very well. Very well.
But again, he flays. And it doesn't look pretty when a batsman goes for a shot in the manner in which he does and does not make contact.
Well, his foot is planted in the leg stump and he's driving aside the off stump. What is going to come out of that? Edge to the keeper or slip? The bowler must keep on putting the ball in that same place there. And if he gets to touch it, he will be out. He's not coming across.
What a fine shot. He just plays this off his thigh and he will come back for two.
So there again, I don't understand the bowling logics. You beat him 3 times outside the off stump, and then you bowl into the leg stump.
Well, do you think that's where the bowler intended to put it?
Well, that's what he did. That's what he did.
Well,
intention here is not important to me. I'm going to say what happened.
What ended up happening.
Yeah, that's right.
What was
conclusion.
the end result?
Yeah.
Yes, correct.
Conclusion.
But while you spoke of the bowling outside the off stump, there is no slip fieldsman there.
That's right.
It's vacant.
He comes back to the line. That gives the batsman trouble. So we could say he aired into the leg stump a while ago because he came back to the line. And that is good bowling.
Well, I'm happy that we agree. Finally, Pastor Morris, that that was not intentional at all. It's a question of control. And from what we've seen through the tournament, the extras have piled on very high for most of the teams. And more so because of the wides that have been bowled.
A lot of wides have been
Most of the bowlers are guilty of it.
It's evidence that there's no practice.
Definitely.
And tip ball to the hard ball players, it's a different ball. It's lighter.
A very big adjustment that needs to be made.
It's lighter.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that is why, for example, Donald Edward, who is a spinner in the white ball format, he bowls pace in the tip ball format.
Good ball.
That kept low.
Yeah.
And Carrick digs it out. Goodlands seem to not be up with the fielding right now. They seem to be a bit asleep, and they need to be a bit more focused because the batsman pinched a single there in rather strange fashion.
That was just that Gurley.
Yep.
But Gurley is deep.
Well run single.
Yeah.
They're awake and they're
Cover
up to the
point
task.
is deep. Yeah. Keeper got to it first.
Oh boy, that was a very good delivery, and Calvin is attempting to run it down, but he does not make contact. Right. That ball popped up from back of a good length.
That's good length, good length.
Yes, yeah, just short, just a little back of a good length. And
he's the bowler here. Irenaeus is a short gentleman, but he can get the ball to bounce off the pitch. He is very strong. Good ball.
Yes,
that is well played.
Takes it out and plays it to short mid on. The bowler collects, but then they have time to run through for a single.
Yes.
Good cricket by Calvin. And that's what I meant earlier. You would not see him playing very expansive shots, but you'll see him
rotate the stride
with a much more touch of finesse in his play, in his batsmanship.
Very, very impressive. They have to be careful and bat the 6 overs. The openers must be careful. Get 35, 45 runs on the board for the first 6.
Bowler comes in, and Carrick muscles that through short cover. They are appealing for a run out, but it's close, but not out, says the umpire.
Yeah. Well run.
A little excitement in the game. Carrick is very quick. Both these batsmen are young and very, very quick. Yeah. So they're doing the right thing and turning over the strike at regular intervals.
Yeah.
No boundaries yet. Have we seen any boundaries yet?
Just a 6.
Right, the very first delivery.
No boundaries yet. Yeah. Just a 6.
And in comes the bowler once more. Bowls. That's short.
That.
And he guides that through point. And the fielder there through the gully position. Fielder returns it to wicketkeeper Greg Averill. No run.
Good. I think what all the batsmen are doing, I appreciate it. On this wicket, the ball is popping, it's moving about. Take your time.
Oh boy, Carrick does not make contact. He goes for the pull once more, but it didn't make as much height as he
anticipated.
Thought it would make, and he ended up taking it on the body, and it trickles out to the leg side. So that's the end of the over.
So the game is tense now. Both teams are really measuring each other. And the batting side and Mount Olive is being very careful, and they should be. You don't want in the first 10 overs a flurry of wickets to come down. You really want to take control, so when your batters come, they have the opportunity to swing their hands without thinking about loss of wicket.
Yes, indeed. And we have the start of, is that over number 5? Over number 5, the power play is still in force right now. We have not seen the batsmen really taking advantage of the power play overs. They have not gone over the infield, and again, that would be put down to the type of wicket that they're playing on, which is rather slow.
That is.
This looks like Dwight Thomas.
Dwight,
we have a change in the bowling. Dwight Thomas is now on the attack from the river end, in the northern end, and he's bowling to Calvin. No run so far. He comes in for the second delivery. He goes for a big drive.
It was there.
Does not make contact. Wicketkeeper Greg collects quite competently. He is standing up.
If he's moving, if he's coming across the play shot, he'll contact him his bottom, because that last ball was there. Yes. Should have put it away.
In comes Dwight once more. Gentle run up, and he loops in and bowls. That's played nicely back to the bowler. And that's how Calvin plays. He will wait for the loose ones and look to work you and get 1s and 2s.
18.
The score is now 18 without loss in the 5th over. I think that's the 4th delivery. Dwight bowls now. And that's a nice looking drive through mid-on. They will go through for a single. Good over so far by Dwight.
Dwight's intention is to keep the ball full. Yes. And keep it full. When you're bowling and you're keeping the ball full, you really have a narrow window of error. If you go back 1 foot, you could be hooked about, you could be pulled.
He comes and bowls, and that's down the leg side. No wide signal. The batsman, Carrick, goes to swing it around, pull it around to the square leg area, but does not make contact. In comes Dwight to bowl once more, and that is pitched up, and he digs it out. They run through for a single, and a very good over.
Yes, very good over.
No extras. It's nice to be able to say by Dwight. That's a very disciplined over.
Very disciplined over by Dwight. You notice he was not running in fast.
No,
he just a few space, and his intention was to put the ball on a spot, and what we notice is bowling full. And as I said before, it's okay to bowl full, but you have a very, very narrow area, because if you miss your length by just 1 feet, by 1 foot, you could be hooked, pulled. So he's doing something that is good, but it's going to be taxing on him. And that is over number 4?
No, that's number 6.
Number 6 completed?
No, no.
Starting.
Number 6.
5 completed.
Correct, yes.
And the score is 20? 20 after 5.
And it's going to be Evitas James to continue from the terrace end, the southern end. That's a little short. Again, Carrick is looking to swing that around over, I guess, to backward of square. Does not make contact.
Carrick.
He is quite surprisingly not able yet to make proper contact or get hold of those.
Because the ball is much slower than his bat speed.
Right, and I guess that goes back to the slowness of the pitch.
That's right.
Because
so he has to measure that
soft,
properly.
probably.
Yeah,
okay.
He has to measure that properly. Yeah. His bat speed is much faster than the ball.
I guess he needs to take some time to take a look at a few deliveries and then get into the rhythm of the pitch. Oh my goodness, that was audible from over here, and that was well caught at the back behind by. And Carrick Victor is on his way back to the dugout. He didn't get many tonight, and that is a bit of a blow to Grand Riviere.
Yes.
But they do bat deep.
Yeah, they bat deep.
They bat deep.
They bat deep.
And we expect the other bowlers. But what happens is that when you lose wickets at regular intervals, it does slow down your scoring.
And again, we saw this is a ball on 4th line stump again, and the batsman was nailed into the leg stump, driving aside the stump. If you connect playing that shot, you will just put the ball in the air, and more than likely you will miss it and go to the wicketkeeper slips. If the ball is fast, it will, and it hit the edge hard, it can go for 4. However, your chances of getting out. One thing I've always said, that it doesn't matter what form of cricket you play, but the basics of the game must be recognized. Must be recognized. Come across and play.
Some adjustments being made to the field while the batsman settles down. I believe that is that Lindell? Yes, he's a belter of the ball. So let's see if he can get going here tonight. In comes his first delivery. Okay, and he
full ball.
Plays it back down the pitch. Uneventful in that case here, and he can really belt that ball. I can tell you. I've seen him in practice, and let's see if he can get going tonight. Number 3, Lindell. In comes Evitas to Lindell. Oh, and he pummels that one through covers. That goes over the boundary line on the first bounce, I believe. Sheer power in that stroke, Pastor Morris.
That was a magnificent shot.
Oh my goodness.
Viv Richard, Brian Lara will be proud of that shot. Because it was shot, it stood up outside the stump, and the young man stood straight and just hammered it through the cover field. So with so much confidence.
Oh my goodness. Just the manner in which he's crouched over his bat suggests that this young man means business tonight. And let's wait and see. Oh, that one makes height on him.
Yes.
And he's unable to do much with it, except he almost would have guided it into the keeper's hands. So he needs to be watchful, be careful. It's early days. This is more or less his 4th delivery that he's faced.
Yeah. 3rd delivery.
Yeah.
So
another bad field placement. This is the last power play over, the 6th over. Evitas comes in and bowls. And he makes... Okay, he attempts to... I lost sight of that one for...
Yeah, he drives that ball. The bowler half stopped it.
Right.
And it ricocheted off the bowler into a wide-ish mid-off position. So that is the end of the first 6 overs. And the score is 22, 26, 25. What's your take? That's 6 runs, 4 runs and over? 4, 6,
thereabouts. And you want to be anywhere from 6 and upward in the power play overs. So let's just agree, yes, that they've achieved at least the minimum range.
Yeah.
The bottom range.
Yeah.
The lower...
and they lost only 1 wicket.
Of scoring expected.
Yeah.
And they've lost 1 wicket.
Yeah. So the wicket column is not too bad. We could do better with the run rate. But again, run rate, you have to really measure run rate by the condition of the play. How good Are the bowlers using the condition? And so the batsmen would have to come in and play themselves in, look to see what the ball is doing, and gain the confidence. But while you are looking, you cannot stand idle. You have to run the singles, convert the one into twos, convert the twos into threes, keep on running. And then, as you start sweating and your body start getting in line, and you could get the third and fourth and fifth and sixth bowler who could probably give you a loose delivery and you could put it away. It's always important to pay attention to what the pitch is doing and the bowlers and their abilities, what they are able to bring to the game.
Well, a mid-pitch conference between the bowler and Greg Wilson, Dwight the bowler and Greg Wilson the wicketkeeper, both pretty experienced in the game, and plays held up for a bit, quite a bit. You don't want to have too much of a long hold up in the play while these mid-pitch conferences are going on. Something I guess the umpires will watch and keep an eye on. There is a player moving off field and one has taken his place. So all these adjustments and
okay. Substitute fielder?
Substitution has happened. Oh, that's a lovely looking shot by Lindell. He is on song tonight.
Yes.
Wow, that was an amazing cut shot. But played it right off the top of off stump.
It went straight to the cover point field.
He played it straight to the fielder. Hadn't that fielder been there, he would have reaped the rewards and gotten a boundary for that. Very lovely looking stroke. And that brings Calvin into face Dwight. So Linden has skipped along quite quickly. I think he's on 5, is it?
Or 6.
Or 6. And Calvin is on how many?
So there's much discussion going
both on 6.
As the placement of the long on fielder. It's White on the pad, and the batsman tried to work it around the corner. Leg slip fielder, make a few steps in, pick up, toss it to the wicket keeper, who relay the ball to the man at short mid-wicket.
Now you notice, in terms of the field, that the Goodlands team have maintained a very attacking field.
Yes.
There's hardly anybody on the boundary. Oh, and he pulls that one around. It goes down to fine leg. Will it cross? Yes, it does now. He will get 4. And that's 4 runs to Calvin.
Again, it was a short delivery and very slow. And it was so slow that the batsman could not get it square up. So he just paddled it around. But coming off the pressure, the power of the bat, it would have gone square up.
Yes. In comes Dwight once more to Calvin. And he pulls, he drives at that one, makes not very well timed, so it gets a very thickish outside edge, and it trickles out into a cover region, midway to the boundary, no run. So Zachary is out, and that looks like Alvin Lafay over there on the long on boundary.
Alvin.
So they have a long off, long on, both of them are sweeping.
Yes.
Fine leg is also way out to the boundary. That's going to be a wide, is it? No, apparently there was some contact.
Off the pants.
Yeah.
Off the pants.
Yeah, so
this is our third
Yes.
quarterfinal game. Yes, this is our third quarterfinal game. The fourth one will be played on Thursday.
And that will be between Monipo and Millet, is it?
And he hit
Former
this one,
champions.
He hit this one like a tennis player.
Yeah, sort of a flat bat.
Again,
flat
the ball was
Kept
short
low,
and it was slow.
Yes.
And he was in position to pull it, but it was so slow, he just hit it into the ground. So it really called. I am suggesting it's going to be a low-scoring game, like the IPL cricket today. I think the GLs only got to 82 with this bowler Rashid Khan getting 4 wickets.
Oh, wonderful! Yeah, he is a champion bowler.
He is a champion cricketer. Yeah.
And we see one of our full-time commentators is playing tonight. That's Eunice Charles. He's the captain of the Riviere team. And so he's all business, has no time for commentary tonight.
It doesn't seem that Goodland is aware who is it that they want to bowl. They're not sure. There's much discussion, and finally they have decided on a bowler. And by the look of it, he may be bowling spin. No, he is marking his run-up, either gentle military pace, or he is going to bowl off-spin. Off-spin is the more friendly of the two. We don't get too many leg spinners because it's more difficult to bowl leg spin. Off-spin bowling, the ball is coming into you, so you play it easier than the leg spin that is going away from you. So to the left-hander, the off-spinner has the leg spinner effect.
In comes first ball. Wow! Oh. That was very loopy and quite distracting bowling action, P.S. Morris. I'm not sure who this bowler is. He comes in again for the second delivery. Who? Oh, Dane Edward. Okay, one of the Edward brothers. Larry Edward and Cook Edward, very well known in cricketing circles. And they scamper through for the second one.
Wow.
The fielder wasn't very efficient with getting that ball back in, so the batsmen were able to cross for a second one. In he comes again, Dane. That will be a wide.
Yeah.
And so the signal comes through right now. So let's see. In he comes and bowls again. That's short. Oh my goodness, he misses it. He tried very much to drive it through the covers. He seemed to be reaching for it a bit.
I think
it was very loopy and very slow.
Yeah.
So didn't make contact.
Batsmen better be careful with him.
Indeed, indeed. In he comes again, Dane. Oh my goodness, he misses that again. I think there's something happening off the pitch there, Pastor Morris, because he's just not making contact.
The batsman is not moving his legs. He's just
comes
standing.
Dane once more. Loopy and slow. And again, he looks very uncomfortable, unsure now. He just leans forward, tries to sort of like just push it forward and doesn't make much contact. So Dane comes in once more. Let's see what happens. That's pushed through a little faster. And is that going to be a catch? It is, and he's out. And, you know, you could see that was the writing was on the wall, you know, and not much surprise with that result. And I must say, Calvin was undone by Dane. Let's give Dane full credit for some excellent bowling.
Yes.
Albeit with quite a bit of help from the pitch.
Now,
and
it appears
Calvin
to
walks
me,
back to the dugout.
It appears to me that the bowler was not sure that he wanted to bowl. Because what he's bowling there is lollipop. So the guys went and convinced him that he should bowl. Now he took the ball, came on, and got a wicket, and I think they scored 1 or 2 runs.
Was there any runs scored of that?
It is unbelievable.
Over?
With the many balls that he flighted, and he gave it too much air. The batters could have just come down the wicket and collect it on the full, but instead he hit the pad repeatedly, and then a catcher gully, a short ball that the batter was trying to cut, it fly to the hands of the gully, and the second wicket for Mount Olives
falls. That's right. I'm not quite familiar with Dane's cricketing skills. Is he an all-rounder? Is he known for both his batting and his bowling? However, yeah, well, he's not a regular bowler, I'm told. So he's a part-timer, but on that occasion he did a wonderful job for his team and got a very good wicket. That is a good wicket to have gotten, because Calvin can, he can bat. In comes the bowler to Lindell. Lindell has to adjust.
That's right.
That ball, that one didn't come on as quickly as he would have expected. So
as if he
we
waited.
have a new bowler there, right?
As if he waited forever, and at the last minute, he just dabbed it. And the man at cover point to run around and pick it up.
Yes.
Wow.
So it's Dishon Rampal, new bowler. This is the second delivery, and Lindell is looking at, okay, well, that's not Lindell, is it? That's Who's the new batter? I didn't, number 1. That looks as Irvin. Irvin. It's Irvin, number 1, who's come in to replace Calvin
Okay.
for Grand Riviere. And he had to pull his bottom hand off the handle of the bat because he got hit there. Oh, and that is a very good ball.
Yeah.
It was pitched back of a good length, made some good height.
And he was committed on the front foot.
Irvin, it reared up on Irvin rather unexpectedly, and he had to pull back and keep the hands down, which he did very well.
Yeah.
So no harm done. Okay, in comes Rampal again to bowl.
Shot.
And Irvin blats this one, cross-batted shot. The fielder there at short cover may have dropped that one, I believe. That came to hand.
Or
and
may
he
have
didn't
stopped
hold
it
on.
because it should have run further to the boundary.
Yeah, he did, well, at least cut off any, but, I believe that was a chance gone begging there.
Yes, I want to think
comes
so too.
Rampal again to bowl. And Lindell is swinging rather wildly at that one. It goes spinning back into the region. This is a short third man region there. Fortunately, the fielder was not able to cover enough ground to get to catch it. Rampal comes in again, and Irvin is, oh my goodness, Irvin is having to hold back on that stroke. He looked like he wanted to again play that cross-batted shot, which he executed earlier, but he withdrew at the last moment, rather well advised in the end, I believe.
Yeah. So what we notice, a change of pace, a good length on line. So I think the Goodland bowlers is doing a fine job here. The Mount Olive batsmen really are trying their best. They're not doing a bad job either, but the score is just about 36. 37, that is over number 8 completed, over number 9. So they have to try and run the singles. Definitely. They really cannot stay there and push around, run the singles. But he's back now.
Dean again. Oh yes, and that goes straight to the fielder there oh my goodness, he got caught right there on the boundary, Lindell. And that happens all too frequently with him. He is quite a belligerent batsman. He can get the ball away, but on that occasion, he played it straight to the fielder there at deep, what we would call the cover region.
Yeah. I think it was a magnificent catch. He made it look so simple.
Yes.
Because the ball was
he
flat.
Didn't have to move.
The ball was flat and it was deep in. And by all accounts, that should be a difficult catch. But he just took a step forward and picked it up so casually. But it was a great catch, and his judgment was perfect on it. For a minute, I thought he was going to grass it. Again, the slow bowler, and not a good delivery. He's not bowled 2 great deliveries and taken 2 good wickets.
That's right.
That's right. So the batsman execution is not good.
Yes, so Dean Edward has done a fantastic job thus far. He's gotten 2 very good wickets for his team. The captain has come out to bat. This is Irenaeus Charles. He settles over his blade now, and in comes Dane to bowl to him. That's very short, and my goodness, is that a stumping opportunity gone begging? The umpire signals wide.
Yeah.
I believe that may have been a stumping opportunity, Pastor Morris.
It may have been.
Yeah.
It may have been.
And quite surprisingly, Greg, you would expect he would not allow that to go begging, but on this...
make it difficult.
And he comes once more. And Captain Charles is able to pull at that one. Doesn't get much purchase on it. And it just went pittering out behind him to a wide, fine leg position, midfield. And he goes through for a single. He gets off the mark. Irvin will now take strike against Dane Edward, comes into bowl. Oh. That's a full toss. What does he do with that? And he does not make proper contact with it. Succeeds in hitting it directly to the fielder at cow corner, who is in a few paces off the boundary. So they loop through for a single. And Charles will face up now. Let's see whether the captain does his team Oh my goodness. And Charles is beaten.
By,
He's beaten.
by no means.
Yes.
By all means, this is lollipop bowling.
Well, he was beaten.
However,
Whether it's lollipop or not,
the batters are making a meal out of this.
I believe he's getting some turn passes.
Yes, he is turning the ball also.
That's why. Oh, wow.
Again. Bounce of a shot length.
And, you know, Irenaeus Charles is an accomplished batsman.
Yes, he is.
And I don't think it's easy on that wicket there, Pastor Morris, by any stretch of the imagination.
I predicted that early. Irenaeus must take his time. He just got in. Take her over and look at the bowling.
Yes, that's advice.
I think the gentleman, the bowler, the spinner, is using the wicket brilliantly.
Absolutely.
He floats the ball drops, it comes slow. The batsmen are trying their best to get it out of the square, and the ball is turning. So the ball comes slow and the ball is turning, and that makes it very difficult for the batsmen to make contact with the ball. So they will have to try and score more runs of the faster bowler. Because right now the spinner have taken 2 wickets and for very little run.
Okay, so Irvin is facing up to the first delivery. He attempts to pull the bat out of the way. That looked rather dangerous.
Yeah.
He could have easily have gotten
He was beaten.
And is that Rampal again? Or is Rampal is bowling his second over?
9 completed, 10 completed. And the score? 40 for free after 10.
Comes Rampal. Oh, wow. Irvin goes for an expansive drive. No contact made. He is also an accomplished batter. I believe that pitch is a bit nightmarish to bat on.
Yes.
I don't think we can be looking at too much more than 100 on this pitch.
Probably 120.
Yes. Rampal comes in again. Oh, now he makes proper contact. That goes sailing over long on for 6. That was well timed, and it goes sailing over. I must
like
give
he was waiting.
Irvin credit.
He was waiting for this all the time.
He got to the pitch.
He got to the pitch and hit it straight. So the 50 is up. 50 in the 11th over. 46, excuse me. 46. It's 46 in the 11th over.
Grand Riviere are encouraging their bowler, which is very good. It's not always nice to hear them. I'm sorry, Goodlands. Irvin is looking to guide this one through the slip area, does not make contact, perhaps fortunately, because wicketkeeper Greg is standing up and he gloved it quite neatly.
But you can get caught, and we can get only one run. There's a man down there. Why play the shot?
Oh my goodness, he tried to bail out of that shot, and he did get it on the handle of the bat or the shoulder?
The shoulder.
The shoulder, and it popped up. He was all at sea with that one, Irvin, this time around. The ball did make some height unexpectedly. I think that's what's happening to most, on most of the occasions, most of the time. Every time, you know, the batsmen look like they're not really reading the ball properly, it's because of the height that the ball is making. Oh my goodness, and Irenaeus Charles is cleaned up.
Whoa.
Oh my goodness, that was pitched up.
Yes.
That was a spectacular sight, Pastor Morris.
Very, very
to see the stumps knocked back, the bowler celebrates, and unfortunately Irenaeus Charles is trudging back to the dugout to be replaced by his nephew. Is that his nephew?
His son.
His son.
Yes, his
Anil.
Son. Well, he was never in position to play the shot. Apparently the ball was full and the ball was coming towards him. So he ended up remaining flat-footed and his bat going one way, and the ball just went through and hit the leg stump.
Perhaps he would have done better if he had played,
come forward
to play the shot.
Yeah.
He may have made contact.
So they're in a spot of border with 4 wickets down or 5? 4 for 45, 4 for 47 in over number 11.
Our scorers and officials right next to us are doing an excellent job in keeping us updated with progress of the batsmen.
7.
Thank you very much, ladies. That would be Madam Third Vice President, Ms. Rosalind Preville, and our LNO electronic scorer. I don't have her name yet. Oh, Leah. Thank you very much, Leah. Leah. I got it right this time. In the meantime, Irvin has faced one delivery and no run.
Third over. Is in his third over now. The spinner.
That would be Dane.
Yeah, Dane.
Okay, and Irvin has to make a... Oh, that was a very close call.
Very.
And I think Anil was
In serious
slipping.
trouble.
Yeah, he was, as they say in the local parlance, he was slipping on his bat.
Yeah, but he was the non-striker. He should have got up there faster
He needs
than
to be
the
backing
batsman.
up.
That's right.
He needs to be backing up. So he was slipping on his bat.
Again, the basics of the game must be
displayed.
played. Yeah, must be.
From our commentary position, we can hear the DJ music system across field pumping out some popular dance hall music.
And the smallest stand you will see anyway.
And so Dane comes in once more, just walks in really and delivers quite nonchalantly. And Anil just plays it out in front of him to Mario, who is at sort of deepish short leg.
That is amazing.
That's Clovis.
Oh, is it Clovis?
Albert
My apologies. Albert Clovis.
Wide.
White signal. Dane, I don't know that we've seen him bowl any whites. That might be... Oh, he's third.
It's third. Yeah.
Okay. But he's been very disciplined.
Very disciplined. Good length, good line.
Comes in again. That is looping. Oh my goodness.
Oh.
Boy, the batsman, his heart must have been in his mouth there because he pushed out at it, succeeded in getting it first bounce back to the bowler, who did attempt to
away
get
from
down.
the bowler. Yeah.
He did attempt to get to it, but could not quite pull it off. And that one is full, and he drives that one squarish. On the outside, the fielder picks up, and they go through for one run.
Wow. Beautiful bowling here by our spinner.
youngster.
He's not pushing the ball through, and he's getting help from the wicket.
He's a younger brother of Larry Edward, who is a Windward Islands Volcanoes player.
Yeah. So the call is
well
2,
known.
and they're gone for 1, and he's coming back, and they made it safely.
Yes. Like I was saying, he's the brother of Larry Edward.
Larry Edward, the
who
Windward
is
Islands
the Windward
player,
Islands off-spinner.
From
has
Rosalie.
been there for a few years now.
Yeah. So another interesting over from our leg spinner, from our off spinner, and he's not pushing the ball through at all. He's looping the ball, and the batsmen are having problems reading him, and we can see they finally just digging it out, just turning it, because the ball is turning. He's turning the ball, and he's bowling a good length and line, and he have picked up 2 wickets of 2, not his best of deliveries. They were both short deliveries, and the batsmen tried to punish. But because the ball is so slow that they really cannot execute it as fast and as hard as they want to, and it's turning. So that creates a number of problems. If ball 3 overs, he still have 1. I think we will see him complete his full quota in the next over. Meanwhile,
Rampal is coming back into the attack. P.S. It is the known statistic that the slow bowlers are the ones taking most wickets in this format of the game.
Yes.
So, you know, the slow loopy bowling is effective.
Yeah.
Oh, they run through very quickly, a well-judged run. They put the fielder there at short mid-wicket under pressure. He fumbled, and that's what aggressive running does.
not just slow bowlers. The top 10 in the world, 1 fast bowler and 9 spinners. All of them are leg spinners.
In comes Rampal.
Oh, that was full
And
crap.
Irvin plays with drives and a full
White.
toss through to covers, in the covers, and
Cover
White
boundary.
Thomas will collect 10 yards off from the boundary and return it to Rampal, the bowler. And we see Rampal running in once more. He has to abort his run. And Lee Solomon has just walked into the commentary position, and he wants to maybe come say a few words.
Yeah, playing it hard. Sell out is, yeah.
Again,
And
that
in the
is
meantime, we have Anil playing this one again through to into the covers, and Dwight Thomas picks up midway from the boundary. Yeah. Oh my goodness, that pops up out of nowhere.
Yes.
And Irvin has to fend it off and
I-
drop it down in front of him.
I
And
must give-
he's a short guy.
Yes, I must give credit to Irvin, how he played that delivery.
Yes,
He
very
kept his
competently.
eye on it. And
Very
that is the
competently.
important thing about
Yes.
the batting also. Keep your eye on the ball.
Yes.
And he kept his eye on the ball and just put it down at
In comes Rampal. And Irvin cuts, succeeds in getting it through, didn't make very good contact, and it is fielded midway down to the boundary at the third man position.
very, very interesting game. I think Mount Olive just cannot break free. They are struggling, they cannot break free.
In comes Rampal again. That's very short, and Anil had to wait an eternity to play a very curious shot. Now, that's very, oh, is that a run out?
No.
Oh yes, the umpire gives him.
Wow.
It is a run out. And I believe they gambled, and they gambled
There was,
to the detriment, because Dwight Thomas is a very efficient fielder. He may have fumbled a bit there, but he has
Yeah.
a strong arm.
yeah.
And he fired that back into the bowler's end, and the fielders, perhaps thinking because there was a fumble they would have been able to
Yeah.
run back, they did not succeed, and so Anil pays the ultimate price of losing his wicket.
But you can see there's no zest in the batsmen running. Why did they come back for the second run? Like the guys are running the run, and the law is the game. You have to run the first run hard. And then if there's a mistake, you come back for the second. But they amble through the first runs, and then they come back for the second without much haste. I really don't understand the cricket I'm watching here today. It's a quarter-final game, and I'm not seeing what we should see at that level of the game. And now Mount Olive is 5 wickets down.
Is that 5 wickets down?
5 or
Madam
6?
Statistician?
5 for 50? 5
The
for
score
50.
is 5 wickets down for 57 runs.
And that is over number 13. Over number 13.
And in comes Dane. This is his last over, and Irvin succeeds only in finding the fielder at wide mid-on, mid-off rather.
Beautiful bowling.
Same result. Oh, he fumbles, and they run through for a single. In the meantime, I believe this is Kyle Adonis, who has walked out to replace Anil. Takes his guard now.
Wow.
And let's see how Kyle deals with Dane. And he does step back, moves forward and then back, and then sort of plays a half cross-batted drive shot through to the fielder, the sweeper,
And the
square
umpire,
of the offside.
the umpire signaled it was a no ball.
It was,
It was a no ball,
I guess, a front foot no ball.
a front foot no ball.
And so we have
It's a free hit.
a free hit.
In fact, all no ball in the game today it's a free hit. So the spinner
And
put in a
this is-
free hit.
Yeah, and that's a no ball of Dane. I believe he's gotten into his work but forgot to land his foot in properly. Anyway, he comes in again. Good job so far, good job. Oh my goodness, and Irvin misses completely. That
Wow.
was pitched up,
Yeah.
and he made no contact at all. That didn't look at all like the Irvin we know. It looked rather agricultural, I must say. In comes Dane again, bowls to Irvin. He pushes that one through. Irvin chooses to leave that one outside the off stump. The umpire signals wide,
Yeah.
and we say hello to our colleague Philip Dubois. Irvin pulls that one down on the leg side. That was pitched middle and leg, and he pulled it around, didn't make proper contact, and so the batsmen were only able to get one run. In comes Dane again, and that one is full, and Kyle half paddles, half pulls. It will go out to mid-wicket region, and Dwight Thomas will do the honors with returning this to Dane.
Hey.
Oh, and there goes.
That's
Oh,
trouble.
this is going to be close. Oh,
And,
that was a missed opportunity for a run out.
yeah.
The batsman committed to take the run. The ball had gone nowhere. It went to a short, wide, fine leg who did pick it up. I'm not sure what happened. Did he underarm it or did he?
He was supposed to underarm the ball, but he took his time to wind up and then throw it. So by then the batsman
were able
was
to
in.
cross.
But that should have been a run out. And this is a fine spell from the spinner who
Yes, the
did
young
not want to bowl. And now he have completed a quarter of 4 overs. He take 2 wickets, and I don't know what
That's runs. How many runs?
Very, very impressive.
Yeah, we'll probably get that in a bit from the statistician. In comes Rampal once more to bowl to Irvin. And Irvin does pull. It's a good shot. However, short mid-on is in the way.
You could see
He
Irvin
takes it on the body.
Irvin is putting all his muscle, his might, all his energy together to slam that ball.
Yes, he's a little man. Oh my goodness, he was late on that, I believe.
Yes, just wide.
Okay.
But he's standing in the leg stump. And anywhere on 4th stump line is going to be a problem, especially when it's full. If it's short, you have an opportunity.
Yeah.
But if it's full, you have to come across to play. Your bat is it's not 6 feet long, excuse me.
Well, Irvin is diminutive. He faces up and he flashes at that one that's rising outside the off stump, doesn't make proper contact on it. Succeeds in getting it to wide.
So what we have noticed is a lot of big swings, and the ball is not going anywhere.
The timing is
because
off.
the ball is slow. And if the ball is slow, you will have to take your time for your timing to be perfect.
P.S. Morris, we note the presence of our international Zayda James here with us tonight.
Oh.
She is with us at the Balata playing field, taking in the action. She was in St. Vincent recently, leading the Windward Islands ladies team in a under 19 against the Trinidad ladies. And she had a pretty good turnout in the first game, 72 of 50-something balls.
Wow.
And I think she took some wickets as well.
That is run down to short third man.
Yes.
Man up the boundary, pick it up.
This one, yes.
Into the gloves of the wicketkeeper. Good throw, good fast throw.
Shot.
Just showing some form of aggression. And the bowler is walking back. I think Goodlands is so confident.
In comes Rampal into Irvin once more. And Irvin plays rather composedly. That's a better looking shot. And the captain, Zachary Edmond, will fire that back into the wicketkeeper. Is that the end of the over? No, it's not.
Yes,
or is it?
it
No,
is.
It is the end of the over. And the score is now 67 for 5 after 15 overs.
After 15 overs.
So they need to really get the action, get going in terms of the runs column. To at least carry them to 100.
The last 5 overs, what's the score?
67.
67.
So
43?
if they go at 10
53
and over, they can get to
33.
Yeah, 100 plus. 100
Yeah, 33. At 6 and over, they can get to 100. Somebody must.
At 5 and over, they can get to 100.
Yes.
It's 50 plus 67. So they'll get to upwards of
somebody
just over
must,
100.
Somebody must put their hands up and say, I am going to go at this bowling and I will not get out.
I
have
think Kyle will be the one to try to do it of the pair that we're observing, because Irvin is not succeeding so far.
Because they've had a hard time at the wicket today.
Oh yes, and he pulls that over to a sort of wide mid-on. Oh, and that's very good fielding. That was fired right straight back into the bowler's hands off the mid-on boundary. And Kyle faces up now. Oh, that's short, and Kyle finds at short cover. He plays that directly to the fielder there. He tried to blast it through, but did not penetrate. Here comes the bowler once more. Oh, and he's bowled him.
Bitten. He was bitten
Bowled
in the
him.
air.
He knew nothing about that.
He bitten in the air.
And that was
Wow.
quite something to behold, because I'm not sure what it looked like. It was a Yorker length.
No, the ball.
He played a sort of a nothing shot, really. It was a post stroke, not the shot you'd expect to play to a ball of full length, Yorker length. You should be looking to dig it out or block it. Anyhow, we say all manner of stuff in the commentary position,
That's
Pastor
right,
Morris,
that's
but
right,
when you're
that's
out there batting is a different story, right?
Well, the ball was looped towards him, and then he made up his mind early that he was going to hit the ball. But apparently, as the ball started dropping, he realized he was not in a position, and the ball wouldn't wait on you. So before he can readjust himself, the ball had kind of into his stance.
I believe this is a new bowler, is it?
Yeah.
Wade Clovis has come on. And
Another spinner.
What may have happened is he never took a good time to get a look at Wade Clovis and went straight after him. So he, may not have been used to, the change, the bowling change.
Well, with 5
when
overs
you bring
left.
a new bowler, at least you take a couple deliveries to
5 overs
unless
left.
you know them from before or something. Okay, that looks like Shem, who's coming to bat.
Shem is in.
And he's able to get off the mark immediately. Gets a single to deep mid-on, long on.
And Shem has the potential to hit the ball.
He can get it away, that's for sure. That's short, and Irvin will try to get underneath that, but he succeeds only in getting the batsman on the boundary underneath it. So he's caught on the boundary, a very soft dismissal.
Another slower ball.
It's a
Another
soft
slower
dismissal.
bowler.
Yes.
Slow bowler. Again,
Yes.
that is his second wicket in the over.
And that's Wade Clovis. So
7 down.
Grand Riviere, I'm afraid, are having a tough time in getting runs on the board. We have a youngster coming into bat now. He's Quish, what's his name? Shaquin. He is wearing, is he wearing glasses? And that's rather risky, but I suppose he has good hand-eye, but accidents do happen, and let's pray that he does not fall prey to, or he's okay in terms of the ball hitting the edge of the bat and popping up. Those things can go really wrong. He settles. He's a left-hander, southpaw, and he drives back to the bowler. It's a full toss.
Good, nice cricketing shots. It looked to be
Yes,
well organized.
composed. He is a hardball player, from what I'm told. A
And
youngster.
the end of another really productive over for Goodlands. Again, another slow bowler who tossed the ball up, got 2 wickets in this over. 7 wickets are down. And when we think that Goodlands should be really pressing on, 16 overs completed, and they're not 70 runs here on the ball.
Yeah. Well, today the champions of the Dream 11 tournament defended their title successfully against that was Mabuya Valley. It could have gone either way right up to the end of the match.
And who is the
That
champion?
T10,
Defending champion?
Chozel Coalports.
Okay.
Oh, Shem is trying to play. He's trying to drive Dwight Thomas back down the pitch. It's outside the off stump and he makes no contact.
I think Thomas can be very deceptive.
Wicket
His
keeper is
run-up
beaten.
doesn't indicate energy or anything. Watch him. He's just schooling out here, and it comes from his shoulders.
You're right. He pushes it through. Shem is hit on the front foot as he seeks to perhaps tweak, just get bat on this ball, which is on the leg stump.
Over number 17.
Dwight comes in once more to Shem. Oh, that's pretty close to the waist height.
Yeah.
Hits him on the thigh. The umpire remains unmoved.
So Shem cannot hit the ball pitch, and he cannot hit the ball full. The ball cannot
He's
into his waist
still
there.
new at the wicket, so he's trying to find some sort of rhythm. In comes Dwight. Oh, and Shem leans forward and plays this quite nicely to short cover. No run. Yeah, so one of the stalwarts in the hardball cricketing fraternity Oh my goodness, that was not a pretty sight. Shem looked to try to pull a ball that was not too far from the stumps, and it came
And it did not bounce.
lancing through.
Yeah, it played right across the ball.
It's fortunate that he, didn't lose his wicket on that occasion. And Shem plays a similar shot. This time he gets bat on it, and he will run through for a single. The ball goes down to third man. So Audi Alexander bowled a pitch of a last over for the Choiseul Colports to help them secure victory today in the Dream 11 tournament.
So
You must give him credit.
Dwight ends yet another over, and there were not many of it also. So really, they are really strangling the potential of Grand Riviere to score runs, and nothing is really happening. And they are struggling more. This is the point where we think we would see the ball flying, but unfortunately, it's not happening.
Oh my goodness, that's a wide on leg side, and Wade Clovis has missed his line there, and Shem couldn't make contact. That's short, and Shem goes for broke once more and does not make contact. And
Again,
the ball is holding up. Yes,
the bat
Morris. It's
speed
holding
was
up.
a lot.
Well, that's because the ball is holding up on the damp, soft
yeah,
pitch.
It is.
So
And I
the batsmen
predicted
are
that.
looking very ungainly at the moment. Slow, very loopy and slow and even short. And Shem is now much more circumspect. Does not attempt any big expansive stroke now. He just plays it out into the offside and go through for a single.
Well, the batsman must find a way. You must find a way to score runs. You must find a way. The condition will not always suit you. But however, you must find a way, because scoring runs is one of the attributes of winning a game. Then after you are through batting, you come and take the field. But however, before you take the field, you must place something on the scoreboard that you can defend. So you have to get the runs.
Oh, and oh my goodness, that's going to be caught by Dwight. He's not going to drop this. He's electric in the field.
Yes.
And is it Shaquin? Shaquin goes, caught Dwight at, that would be point. He pushed off, he pushed at a very slow, loopy delivery that enticed him to do that, but all he succeeded in doing was scooping it and spooning it up in the air for Dwight to go flying, making a diving effort and taking a brilliant catch. That was a brilliant catch, I must say.
Very, very good.
That
catch.
is Dwight Thomas. That
Time
is
it.
all Dwight Thomas.
Yeah. So what we are noticing, the slow bowlers are doing the damage. The wicket is slow, and they are still looping the ball. So when the ball drops, it is still slower, and sometimes it bounces, sometimes it keeps low. So the batsman must decide very early, what am I going to do? And so far, they've not fared well. I think they are too careful.
I guess we can only wait to see what happens when Goodlands get their turn at the wicket. Oh my.
Outside of
I'm
the
not sure who the batsman is. Shadrach Theodore has come into bat.
Eight wickets are down.
Nice to hit. And he does drive that through the short cover, and he makes some headway in terms of scoring. He gets a single. That went straight, well, with the help of the fielder though, that went straight to the fielder's legs.
Yeah.
And they continue in this pedestrian way. Grand Riviere, that is.
Yeah.
They are really not getting much success.
They are really struggling. Even in the vibes, you could see that they are beaten. They are not showing no
really
enthusiasm.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I must say though that the pitch is definitely a challenge, and we will see when Goodlands get their turn.
Over 19?
Okay, and they run through very quickly for a well-judged single, and that's what they must do at this point.
That is the point.
That's what they must do.
The point. The boundaries are not
so
coming.
Shadrach gets a single.
But the ones add up.
Yes.
0 doesn't add, but the twos add up.
Absolutely.
Get the ones and twos.
Oh, and that is high up in the air. Let's see if he can pouch this. And he does. Wonderful catch. That went way up in the sky. I'm not sure who the fielder is. And that's a well-judged, a beautiful catch taken. He did a fine job of collecting that catch, Pastor Morris.
Very. He settled under it, and I was really confident that he would take it. You could see his body was in line. He was looking in the right direction.
Yes.
And apparently he have bucket hands also. his giant hands came together and just swallowed the ball in. The ball disappeared when he took the catch. So again, that is the 9th wicket now. Give us the score. That is over number 19. 84.
74 for 8, and that will be a wide for 9. The last player at the wicket. I'm not sure who's the batsman who went out. Is that Jimmy? Okay. In comes Dwight once more. Yeah, to bowl. Hey, good night. With us we have none other than Tariq Gabriel. He's come to say hello in the commentary position. He's a bit taken aback. He wasn't aware. But we are live, Tariq. We are live. How are you doing? Wonderful, wonderful. Nice to see you. Okay.
Is he playing? Is he playing in this tournament?
No.
Gabriel?
I don't think he is.
No?
No, he's not.
He's not.
So Dwight comes in again. And is that
Slam it back to the ball.
yeah, he pulled it flat-battedly back to the bowler who succeeded in picking it up.
So Dwight is doing a really fine job here for his captain.
Okay, and that will be a wide.
A much needed wide. You must say it, you must say it the right way. It's not just a wide. It's a much needed wide.
Everything counts now.
Yeah, it's a much needed wide. So Dwight is not happy with that.
They do have to get going as best as they can. The important thing there now is for them to bat out the overs.
Bat out the overs, yeah.
Oh, he makes proper contact. That will go sailing for 6. Or will it?
It does.
Oh,
it does.
It goes. I believe that if that fielder could have done that,
if
could
he
have
was
been
on
closer
the boundary, yeah.
on the boundary rope, he may have been able to work some magic.
Yeah, yeah.
One of those spectacular type catches where you go airborne, you catch it, you throw it into the air,
For all
you
you
step
know,
off field, and then you jump back on field to catch
that
the
6 may be the difference in the scores.
Oh, that's well played. They're gonna. Oh no!
Wow, okay.
Oh, in the end, they made the right decision in remaining home, both batsmen.
So 19 gone. 19 overs gone.
Okay.
1 over left. And the score should be now about 80. So Grand Riviere.
They're 82 for 9
82
in over
for
19.
9 in over after over 19.
I'm sorry. After 19 completed.
So the fast bowler is going to come back.
Do you think Grand Riviere will have any better time of it at the pitch? At the crease, right?
The bowlers, the slow bowlers, they should learn from that.
Okay.
And what I know though, the Goodlands team has a few batsmen who are top notch.
Yes,
and
they do.
And I trust
Zachary Edmond, the captain.
They would be able to do that. They would be able to handle that.
He got 30 plus runs in 20 something balls today at the Dream 11 tournament, and he can get the ball away. So it will be interesting to see when their turn comes how they go. They have Dwight Thomas, they have Zachary. Oh, that's a lovely cut shot there.
Well played, yeah.
Played it very late and they go through for a single.
Yeah. So 83. Can they take it up to 90?
I think they should at least try to get that psychological advantage of getting to 100. But I'm not sure whether they have
that
it
would
within
be
them
the
to do
ideal
it.
thing.
Yes.
17
At least get
runs
3 digits.
But
That always has a psychological effect.
Yeah, it's almost impossible on this right now.
Well, I wouldn't say impossible, PS. Anything's possible in cricket.
Yeah, not today. Not today. This is the ninth pair there, the 9th wicket.
Yeah, the last pair.
The last pair. And what the others have gone before, I don't think that's possible today.
Is that Avitas with his last?
Oh, that's a wide. That should be a wide.
Is that going to be signal?
That should be a wide.
The captain, the umpire.
It was way over his shoulders. So that should have been a wide.
Yeah.
Well, the umpires are never wrong. Huh? Even when the judgment is not right, whatever they say goes. So
That's
they're
a
not
very
wrong.
interesting way of putting it,
Yeah,
yes,
they're not
Morris.
wrong. They say
But
you out
yes,
LBW, you're not out. They're not wrong.
the
But you're
umpire,
out.
yes, the
Yeah.
umpire has
They,
the
they are
last say.
they are the controllers of the game. They make the
That's correct,
decision.
on
Yeah.
field, that's
Yeah, yeah.
correct. And so I believe it's Evitas running in once more. It's the last over.
One more.
And he flays at that one, but we'll get what we call a French cut,
Yeah.
and they go through for one.
So that is 2 deliveries or 3?
Maybe three.
Maybe 3 deliveries.
Three.
Now for the left-hander, Dwight comes off the boundary, and well, there's nobody at made off.
Okay, there was a no
Made on.
ball, so there's 4 balls to go.
Okay. All right.
Let's see what Jimmy can do. Comes in and bowls, and he swings at that one. Will get it out to mid-wicket, and they cross for one. We're thinking of a second, but that would have been ill-advised.
Yes.
They need to at least bat out the 20th over.
Yes. Don't get
See
out.
how many they can get.
Yes. Yeah.
If they can't get the boundaries, they get the singles.
That's right.
That's the next best option. Evitas will come in once more off a longish run. Oh, and he's bowled him.
Wide
Bills
splash.
go flying all over the place.
Yeah.
And, well, Grand Riviere have been bowled out at 19.3 or 4 overs. They're all out for 80, for how many? For 90, for 86, that is. So
86?
they're all out for 86. So Grand Riviere are looking at a victory target of 87. And I am hearing Dwight Thomas predict that they will get it in 10 overs.
Yes.
That remains to be seen, Pastor Morris.
Yes.
I would not bet on it.
Yeah, because what we saw happen here today is not just bad batting, but it's a helpful pitch
Yes,
that the bowlers
that's the difference.
capitalize on. And when the pitch is good, batsmen will always struggle.
Yes.
So what's important now? Can Mount Always go in there with the slow bowlers?
Grand Riviere, yeah.
Grand Riviere go in there with the slow bowlers and bowl a length and line that would force the Goodlands batters to make the same mistakes that they make. Usually it does not happen. Now Goodlands have seen how the pitch. In fact, Goodlands won the toss and they put them into bat. Goodlands is a team who always, when they win the team, they always bat first. But tonight they made the fine decision and they decided to take the field. So now it's all up to Grand Riviere to go in there and take control.
Yes, and it's always nice as a captain. It's always nice as a captain to make a decision, to make a call in terms of if the toss is won, to decide whether they bowl or they bat. And on this occasion, Zachary Emmons called it correctly.
We have the bowler who took the most wickets so far, and then he's also playing in the T20 Quarterfinals.
Well,
What's his name?
What a moment we've had. I think Goodlands are still thinking hard about their position. They're not supposed to walk with their shoulders slumped. They should put up the head. And with me is one of our players. Fine game today. Fine bowling. So what was so difficult out there today? Grand Riviere struggled.
Well, the pitch had a bit of moisture in it, so the ball wasn't coming onto the bat.
That's right, we noticed that.
So therefore, we used a lot of slow bowlers. Hence, the batsman had to actually hit the ball to get it away.
So was the wicket turning? I noticed the spinner before you, the off spinner. And you bowl off spin also.
Yes.
I noticed the ball was turning, but it was turning slow.
Yes, exactly.
So the batsman can adjust and score runs. That's what I'm saying. If the ball is turning, if the ball is turning quickly, that is a problem. But it was turning slow.
Yes, it was. But the batters wanted to literally beat the skin off the ball. And
That's
if you're
right.
trying to hit that ball too hard on such a slow turning wicket,
right.
it will only be in the bowler's favor.
Now, how is it going for you in the Dream 11? You play in the Dream 11.
Yes, I represent South Castries.
Okay, I'm from South Castries, so
Okay.
how are we doing there?
We're doing well. Our first game on Monday against Grosile, we defeated Grosile. Grosile in the 10 overs scored 87, and we scored that without loss.
And how is your bowling there?
There was no need for my bowling there. The
Oh,
team, we
okay.
have a number of all-rounders and good bowlers, so it's only if it's absolutely necessary.
Okay, so what do you think about this? You think you have this?
Yes, I think we just need to approach it with a positive mindset and
right.
not make the same mistake the batting team did,
Yes, right.
and take our time, not try to beat that ball, but pace our innings on the slow wicket.
Thank you very much. Yeah,
Thank you.
I'm of the opinion. I did predict it was going to be a 110 thereabout score. But runs on the board, we know the game. Runs
Yes.
on the board is runs on the board. So
Yeah.
they have done their portion. Now you must go and get it.
Yes, and
Yeah.
you must never underestimate any team in cricket.
Yeah. All the best.
Thank you.
All the best. All the best.
All right, thank you.
Okay. So here we go. The bowler with the most wickets today, and now we have the honorable Minister of Sports with us here, and we would like to have him for a few minutes just to have his take on the game. Minister, good evening.
Good evening to
How
you,
are
sir.
you doing?
Not too bad, very blessed. Happy to be here.
Thank you. We are also happy to see you here. Thank you for coming. Your take? You were here early enough to see the first?
Absolutely.
What's your take on it?
A bit disappointing. Of course, this team is from Grosile. I would have expected, a Grand Riviere team to have, put a little more runs on the board. But you know what they say, runs on the board is runs on the board. It seemed to be, for the first couple of overs, they seemed to be applying themselves, rotating the strike. But later on, they seem to have just lost their way.
Yeah.
Score of about 80 odd.
Yeah, I agree
Not
with you.
enough.
The ball was turning, but it was turning slow.
Yes.
So if the ball is turning slow, you can still get runs off the ball. If the ball is turning fast, you're in trouble.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
the ball was turning slow.
Yeah, I think it's application. I think at the end of the day, this team has shown that if they apply themselves at the wicket, they play some smart cricket, they can, get some runs, get some good runs.
Let's talk national sports. What's the latest? What's in the pipeline? What's happening?
Well, we just had our budget passed for the first time.
Yes.
Of course, I made my presentation on the direction and vision that I have
Yeah.
as a sports minister for development of young people as well.
That's right.
Of course, with sports, we have a number of initiatives that are, I would say, novel in St. Lucia. We are establishing an alternative sports desk within our ministry, so persons that are not the traditional cricketers and footballers can have an opportunity to be part of meaningful sporting activities. That would include the car racers, that would include the datters. They've been there for a while, but we're going to be giving them some more support. Those that are in BMX stunts,
That's right.
skateboarders, just to bring them into the whole sporting landscape of St. Lucia. I think that is very important. And of course, the facilities, we're going to continue to ensure that we are maintained at a standard. This facility has warranted better access to it in terms of change room, toilet facilities, and in terms of access, road access by a bridge. And so I've had conversations with the Minister for Infrastructure, who is also part parliamentary representative for this area,
That's
Stevenson
right.
King,
That's right.
on getting a costing together, and he's assured me that he will be putting a costing together to ensure that patrons have access to this lovely playing field. Absolutely.
One thing I speak highly of Philip J. Pierre, your leader, or our leader, in fact. The sports ministry has always been hidden among so many of the ministries.
Yeah.
Because going on the field today is not just taking a sweat. It's a career move.
Absolutely.
Because every aspect of sports, there is money to be made. And to just give you the sports ministry, just the sports ministry, to look about youth, employment. You see, sports is one of the greatest form of employment.
And what is done this time around is he's coupled it with a youth economy,
That's right.
which is the business aspect of what young people get into. So there are business activities that you can get into through sports. Videography, photography, sports broadcast.
Everything.
And so
everything.
we'll be providing that support.
And I
of
like
course-
the idea about visiting our courts, with all of the
Absolutely.
courts with the lights are turned off.
Absolutely.
Get the lights back on and give the people who are responsible a document that they can work with and control sports. The minister can't do everything.
Yeah.
He have
So you
to
need the community to come
empower
on
the
board.
people.
Absolutely.
Provide the
Absolutely.
facility and empower the people to get the job done.
And when you do that, you get when you get the buy-in, they protect the facilities better. They
That's
ensure
right.
that the facilities are up to standard, and that is one of the things we want to encourage. And of course, participation is one of the main things to get people off the street. So every court. So we've actually hired a few people to actually look about, giving us the basic costing for what the courts and the fields require to be at a particular standard. And so once we get that information as a ministry, we would then implement what we need to implement to get our people off the streets.
So Goodland is getting ready to chase that. What do you think?
I think it's a very gettable score. I think it's 80 odd.
Yeah.
I think once they apply themselves, they should be able to get that total. A couple of former national players in their squad, and I saw you interview Wade Clovis, who played national cricket with me. So I would expect that Goodlands to get that score. But cricket is a game of shifting fortunes and glorious uncertainties. And so runs on the board. We will see what happens at the end.
That's right. Well, thank you very much.
Absolutely.
All the best, man.
All the best to you, John.
Okay, thank you. As a sports minister, St. Lucia today, Henson. And I must say that he has promised to do quite a bit. And I know good things are going to happen. That we in this country must do a lot more, commit a lot more to sports. I have noticed and I have cried about this repeatedly that at high school level, there are so many talented kids, athletics, cricket, football, and by the time they leave high school at 17, 16, 18, they just drop off. You find them at the side of the street. I mean, it's just a sad story about our development as far as sports in this country. And we've been active in sports now for generations. And only Darren Sammy has gone past the mark and make it to the Western. Well, Johnson Charles, of course, is there too. Johnson Charles and Darren Sammy has passed the mark and has made us proud. We as St. Lucians, we are a country lacking heroes, especially sporting heroes. And something has to be done that would light the candle. You could either choose to curse the darkness or light a candle. Lighting the candle is getting the next generation ready. Here's the first ball, down the leg side, wide signal for the umpire. Umpire arms seems to be very broad, indicating that this first ball was down the leg side. So Goodland is opening with Greg and Dwight. These are two very good players. Greg, a former national player. Dwight, very consistent at this tournament. Comes in, ball, come forward, push this ball. The approved fashion, taking a good look at the bowling. Just 87 to defend. And so Riviere must really put up their best. Comes in ball, shot down the leg side, and that is run number 2. That's a wide. Welcome back. I had a very interesting talk with the sports minister.
Oh, yes?
And
wonderful.
A lot of good things were said. And one of them was including looking at to build a bridge for us so we could drive drive right on the field.
Oh my goodness, that would be fantastic.
So we can access the field without much difficulty.
Because this is quite an attractive venue. You know?
Very attractive,
very
yeah.
It's conveniently located in a very proximate area.
And just to understand, we've been here for years, and just a little bridge for hundreds of people to enjoy. Just a little bridge. It's taking decades.
Yeah, well, it looks like something is going to happen.
Yeah.
There's a bit of a hold-up as the ball has been retrieved from behind the wicketkeeper. It went flying. I believe that was a wide.
A wide, yeah. A wide. And this is what you don't want to do. You have put 87 runs on the board, and in the first over, you have delivered 2 wide deliveries. I mean, it's just counterproductive.
Okay, is that Irvin who's starting? Yeah. No, that's not Irvin. Theodore. And Dwight goes to
Cross-batted?
drive this one in a cross-batted pass, yes. Through the covers, but doesn't make proper contact, and it rolls gently out to Kerrick. 8, Kerrick, Victor. In comes the bowler once more. And that is quite, it's quite obvious what has happened as we were saying before, the ball is stopping.
Yeah. Now,
Dwight was into the shot way too early.
that's right.
And had to adjust and hold back with the shot in the end, succeeded in just playing it down towards the square leg umpire.
Dwight will have to be careful.
Oh!
And that ball, and the ball kept low. It's a lower than usual.
Music, and that is magic.
The ball was
Oh
up
my
for the
goodness.
drive, and Dwight, as a good player, was driving, but the ball kept a little low. It knocked below halfway mark in the stumps and hit the middle stump.
And he is
87.
a prize wicket to take. In
Yes.
the first over, that is something that Grand Riviere will celebrate, and they will feel very, very much encouraged to see the back of Dwight Thomas, because he can get the ball away.
He said 10 overs. He predicted 10 overs.
And he
It
was
would
the one
be over.
predicting that they would overhaul the score in less than 10 overs. Well, it's quite one thing to make such a pronouncement, and to make it happen is a different matter altogether.
Wow.
He has been replaced by, is that Zachary Edmond?
Yeah.
Okay, so Zachary Edmond is a player we know who can get the ball away. Like I said earlier, he had a very good outing today in the Junior 11 tournament for
Yes.
his Mabuya Valley Constrictors, but they ended up getting constricted. If I may copy commentator Greg Avril's phrase earlier today.
Oh.
He opts to leave that one outside the off stand. Interesting.
It will not be easy for Goodlands, but I still pick them to win the
I
game.
believe
But-
Goodlands are going to be put to the test.
Yes.
And we may well see an upset here tonight.
Yeah. And-
Because Goodlands seem to feel that they have the measure of Grand Riviere.
Yes.
But Grand Riviere may have something to say about that.
That's,
possibly.
they are saying something about that. And look at the field placing. Everybody's in to stop the single. And so the bowlers are not going to, the first over we saw 2 wides. Well, this is still the first over. Yeah, this is still the first over.
Oh my goodness, he leaves that alone outside the off stump, and wicketkeeper Irenaeus Charles
Stopped
stops it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an attacking field that we see there. I'm not sure we saw anybody outside the circle.
Yeah. Yes, so
That was quite what they did as well.
Yeah.
And that's the nature.
Yeah.
That just tells you what the nature of the pitch is.
Yeah, because if the ball is not coming on to play shots, you don't have to spread your field.
Exactly.
Because the singles are going to be important. And you want to stifle the singles. And you do not want to give wides. Because wide increase the number of overs you play.
Not
And
just that,
plus,
it's a
it give you an
it's a
extra
low-
ball.
It's a low scoring game.
It's a low scoring game. Yeah.
You know, every extra is precious.
So the bowler, I think, is changing his shoes because
Players are swapping shoes.
yeah, because you cannot bowl if your spikes on.
Yes. So the action is about to continue. With Greg Avril, seasoned campaigner. He seemed to have come in. He did come in. Well, he opened the batting. He is a much older version of himself nowadays. The light is quite bouncing off his head. Not as much hair on there as he once had.
Yes.
And we have, is it Irving? And they're going to run through for a single. Greg Avril steps back onto his wicket and just guides it through to the point area. No, that's a gully area, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
A little louder.
And we do have a hold up in play.
What is the hold up? Okay.
The batsman is doing a little gardening. He settles now. In comes Irvin.
Again, that ball stayed.
That was short.
And
it
but not that
away to the
only.
next side.
You notice it stayed there.
Yes.
It stayed there. The batter was surprised. Wow. Let's see the
There's
slow
a lot
bowler.
of movement on that pitch, Pastor Morris. Oh my goodness, and he's bowled him. And there we go. Now, came on. So,
Wow.
the pugnacious, aggressive Zachary Edmond has been cleaned up by Irvin, and we have a match on our hands.
Yes, Grand Riviere have not looked that excited since the game started. But they are just beginning, and with Greg Wilson there. Now what I'm going to, Greg Wilson will run every run tonight, and he'll be careful. He's an intelligent guy.
Yes,
And he has the experience. Yeah.
Exactly.
You will not see him getting out like this, guys.
No. And so we have Dane Edward, one of the three Edward brothers that we are familiar with. He is coming to join Greg Wilson at the wicket after seeing Zachary Edmond beaten and bowled.
Beaten and bowled. So here the spinner, what's the name? The name. Spinner just got his first wicket. Comes in to bowl, and that is good length ball, but it just pitch, move off the pitch, and it was pushed back to
Thank
shot
you.
made off.
I'm back live.
Made on there. And it,
Oh, and that's a fantastic shot, right?
Fielder, well played.
Yes.
Cow corner, picks it up. Good protection, well, good field placement. Yeah, you have the man down there when the bowler makes a mistake. Or going to pull in front of them for the spinner.
It's an interesting field placing though.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that we need long off that fine, but let's see what happens for the slow bowler. And there we
that's
go,
four.
and that's exactly what we were talking about.
That's right.
We need to bring those fielders a little more square for the slow bowler.
That's right.
Because the ball is going to go in that area. And Greg Wilson is doing exactly what we expect him to do.
Yeah.
He's going to be measured, he's going to be focused, and he's going to be very, very, very effective in terms of playing each ball on its merit. And he plays this one forward with due respect. He knows that it's a very small target.
Yeah.
They've lost 2 wickets, so there's no need to go crazy.
Small.
All they need is a paltry 5 runs and over, or less.
Small targets.
Not even 5.
Small targets are always difficult.
Yes.
There's a reason why the team did not score many, and don't think when you come into bat you'll escape that.
Yeah.
Unless if you have very, very superb bowling like the West Indies of the 80s.
And so we have who's bowling? I'm not sure. I can't see his number now.
7.
Number 7.
Oh.
And that came off his leg, is it? Yeah, it came off his leg. That was pitched up.
The wicketkeeper should stand back because the ball is pitching and it's moving, it's flying, it's stopping. Standing up can be a challenge, and really you do not want to drop a catch in that stage. So the keeper should at least stand back.
TS is the third over, 9-4-2. Oh yes, it digs that out, Dane. Very good bowling by Shadrach. Very good bowling. So a very precarious position to be in the third power play over, 9-4-2. Goodlands, that is. And we do have some very lively fans just behind us,
Yeah.
fully engrossed and interested in the game and giving us some good support there. Shadrach bowls on, what is this? Is this
out?
I'm not sure what has happened.
Yeah. The umpire says not out.
That's the umpire signal. Well, everybody's excited and it looks
Yeah.
like Dane
Oh.
Edward
Magnificent piece
has
of
been caught
stamping.
behind, I'm told.
Caught
Well,
behind?
we were all confused because
Caught or
he's
stamp?
walking. He's walking.
The base is there, so it has to be.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So Goodlands find themselves in deeper trouble. They are out to sea
9
and
for 3.
they're pretty much, drifting in mid-ocean.
Now look, I was saying that the wicketkeeper should have stand back, but if he was back, he would not take that.
Being able
catch.
to effect that. And let's give him credit because
that's,
that was a beamer.
Yeah.
We call a full toss, which is almost up to waist height. And he pulled at that, which I expect any batsman would want to do. But only succeeded in getting an edge
Thin edge.
straight into the gloves of Irenius Charles, who was waiting to glove it, which he did. So Dane goes without troubling the scorers too much. How many did he get? He got off the mark.
So
and
9
I think
for
it's 10
for 3.
It's 9 for 3 in the third over. Well, well, well. And this is the game of cricket we love.
Yes.
You know, it's living up to all its expectations and perhaps even more than we would have expected tonight.
Yeah.
P.S. Morris.
Yes, very, very interesting. It's tense. It's tense now. And the people, the crowd is getting involved in the game.
Yeah, we have some very...
and you can see the Goodlands batsman took his time and he dragged himself onto the field. It's a clear indication what his thought process.
I'm not sure who's come out to bat for Goodlands. Siobhan Joseph, okay. So Shaja comes into Joseph. Oh, he plays that nicely off his legs, straight to very short mid-wicket.
I think it was on middle stump and he came across and played it.
Yes.
Yeah.
He held his shape rather nicely there, Siobhan Joseph. Siobhan Joseph. Yeah. He's adjusting his gloves and is about to take strike once more. And we have our K9 company on field again tonight, providing some distraction as usual.
That's what you don't want, that extra wide.
And was it signaled wide though?
Yes, it was the wide. And we want to stay away from the wides.
Yes,
You
especially
cannot
when you don't have
afford-
too many to defend.
Yeah, you didn't score 140 or 160. You scored 87 runs. You cannot afford to give wide. That's the third wide of the match, of the inning, excuse me.
Comes into bowl. That's very short, and it's
Wide
down the leg
again.
side, another wide. So Shajak has lost his line.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why that is, but he needs to knuckle down, and be a lot more disciplined. Try to maintain control.
Well,
Maybe
he's tying his
trying to hide.
shoelace. And it's not his shoelace. I think he's not fit. And that's what happened to fast bowlers. When they bowl a couple overs and they burn, they tie their shoelaces because they burn it, not because anything is wrong with their shoelace. And that's a well-known
Yes.
practice in the game. You stop and tie your shoelaces.
Okay, so Shadrach comes into bowl. Oh, and he leans forward and hits this one through the point area, and they succeed in running through for 2.
Good running.
That's good running.
Good running. Good
aggressive
running.
put
Good
the field
cricket
under
all
pressure.
around.
I'm not sure either Kerrick or Kyle rifled that one back into the wicketkeeper, but not before the batsman had gotten home.
Very, very entertaining cricket. And who say low scores are dry games? I wouldn't. Oh my goodness, he lost his grip on that one, and it goes sailing as it should. And the sound of that ball landing on a rooftop over there reverberates around the venue. Yeah.
We heard it all the way from over here.
On the tin.
And that is a welcome boundary, a welcome maximum.
Yes.
Hit by Siobhan Joseph.
That can really deflate your players. It's crunch time, it's a tight game. You cannot deliver that kind of delivery. It's going to kill the spirit of the team. So what they should do, come into a huddle, empower him, and tell the other bowler, go and do it better, so that they can bring it back. But you cannot allow that to happen. That is a giveaway.
You want
that
to avoid
really
it, by all means.
destroys the morale. And if you look at how they went back into the field, that is not into the position. That's not what happened the overs before. There was more excitement and laughter.
Well, they need to be mindful of that to, encourage each other, not to be down on themselves.
Slow bowler.
That's a short ball. And I'm sorry, there's a bit of predetermination there by Greg. He was determined to play that in front of him.
But again,
even though it was there for the maximum, he could have put that through cow cover. Very good job there, cleaning up in the slips there by Lindell. Is it Lindell or Jimmy? Yeah.
Well, very interesting.
Yeah, Greg missed out on that one. That was way short, and he could have easily
he could have
spread
put
his
it
legs
straight up.
and hit it over cow corner. But no harm done. He's still there, and he's facing up, and he pulls that one leg side, a sort of cross line, not short. I think he may have, looks to me, hit that from outside the off to the leg side area to mid wicket. And he takes a swing. Shadrach Joseph is taking Shadrach Theodore.
Is the bowler.
Correction.
The bowler and the batter is Siobhan Joseph.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay, so Siobhan Joseph is the batter. He has gone long forward to this one. I think he took it on the front part or the front leg. Ovin comes into him once more.
Oh, drop!
Is that a drop catch? I thought I heard a sound from here, P.S. Morris.
Yes, I thought so.
I thought I heard a sound there.
But the bowler did not indicate
Nobody
that.
is making anything out of it, so perhaps that was something else. That one is outside the off stump again, and that's the end of the over. So, P.S., what do you make of the game so far?
So
how do you call this one?
Well, it's even Steven now. However, I would bring in the other slow bowler, it is Charles, to bowl off spin from this end. Because we know for sure the ball is slow. And when Grand Riviere themselves batted, they struggle terribly against the slow bowlers.
That's right.
So
it looks like Shadrach is going to continue again. Is that Shadrach?
Wow.
That is correct.
He's going to continue.
Okay, well,
if you remember his last delivery, he certainly cannot continue in that vein to be bowling, full tosses and giving away runs at this stage, because in next to no time, they'll be staring at defeat. Those two batsmen are not gonna let those freebies go begging.
Well, it's
all right. Well, let's see what happens. In he comes to bowl to Greg Wilson. Oh, that bits him. That bits him. I think it stayed down though.
Yeah,
it was
pitched
up almost Yorker length, and the wicketkeeper did a good job of gathering it in as well.
That's why I say when the ball is keeping low, you bowl wicket to wicket. If you miss it, I bowl you.
Yeah. Turns. Shadrach Joseph comes in, jumps, delivers, and both. And that's a full toss.
Yeah.
He was not able to get it away.
So what Shadrach,
but he did edge it through to the slips.
Shadrach is trying to bowl full. And I think that it's working for him. And he should continue doing it. Because I think bowling full, the ball does not come out. And so the batsman will play over the delivery. Here he comes again.
Oh my. That went down the leg side, wide signaled. He has really not done himself or his team justice in this over. That is Shadrach Joseph. He needs to settle down and put it in a business area.
Yeah. So well, the skipper knows him well. I would have a bowling change, but he's still on. Well played.
He comes back much better this time around, Shadrach, and forces the batsman to play defensively, back up the pitch.
Well,
much
Goodlands.
better delivery. Comes and bowls. And he now undoes the good that he just did.
That's right.
And that's another wide. And now he's evoking some reactions from the supporters who are not happy to see these wides going against his name and again, adding to the total.
That last delivery, he actually changed his bowling style. And he fired it on the leg side. There's no need. If you're doing something right and it's working for you, why do you want to change it?
You hear if it's not broken,
don't fix it. That's right. And I agree.
It's the basic adage, that one needs to pay attention to. And that one was pitched shortish, rising, and got on top of it, played it very nicely, very competently. He held the shape very well, but be able to get straight into Kerrick Victor. Comes in again, and that's a good delivery. Siobhan Joseph has to get in behind it and play it out in front of him.
So the captain has given him the ball again because he wants wicket, and he seems to be a wicket taker.
Comes in right now to bowl. Again, that's a good delivery, which Siobhan is trying to fend off his midriff, and no run. So he finishes over with 3 dot balls, which is much better.
Much better.
Very good.
I am
over completed.
Yes, I am saying that Goodlands is going to struggle. What is happening here? They are going to struggle at this wicket just as much as Riviere struggle.
We said that before.
We said that before.
Because of the nature of the pitch.
The nature of the pitch. However, you cannot keep on giving wides and pulling loose deliveries because you do not have the runs for that. And if they keep on doing that, they would find themselves just losing by 1 wicket or 2 wickets. You never know. They have to take it serious. Wow.
Balls. One which is pitched up. Flight. And Greg is in no hurry. He's taking his time. He just digs it out. It runs into the cover area. He settles, and Irving comes in once more. Balls. That's short, and Greg is pulling at that one. It's signaled wide. He doesn't make contact, does Greg?
No.
And one more extra to the total. And you know what the extras do also, PS, is that it adds a psychological...
Yes.
There's a psychological factor there too, you know.
Yeah. And I just continue to lament the number of wides in the tournament. They're just way too many.
Yeah. Dot ball, bold, here comes. And Greg makes contact.
6.
No, in no uncertain terms this time. Quite casually. And deposits this one backwards of square, slightly backwards of square for 6.
And if the man was down here, it would have gone straight into his hands.
Yes, and field placing is important, PS. Now, if you have a slow bowler, you need to pull these guys, you know, around.
So
one at shot.
So Craig has played this shot twice, a 4 and a 6, and it's still vacant.
It's still vacant, correct. He goes again for it. You realize he was going for the same shot again. Didn't
of course he should
get bat onto ball this time.
Of course he should.
No change in the field. And that's very well done. No run this time, as Greg just, you know, plays it out into the point area.
Wide.
Okay, so it's not signaled wide. So in the end, not a bad over except for that boundary.
Yes, except for that boundary. Not a bad over.
Which could have been a wicket.
Yeah, but you want to see consistent bowling, attacking, and also what's the plan? Can we see the plan in the field placement? And he hit the over before this one. He hit the same bowler here for 4, and now he hit the same bowler here for 6. But where is the man here? You have the man at cow corner. However, the man at cow corner has done his own fair of work, saving a few deliveries. So that means you need to get your cow corner and that man backward, behind the square leg umpire. But these two fielders must come in. Forget about the long on. Yes. Forget about the long up. Plug these 2 holes when the spinner is coming in. That's what it seems. Absolutely. That's what seems to be happening.
And now it looks we do have a bowling change. That looks like Chem. Chem is coming into bowl.
Again, I would bring in Charles.
He's getting encouragement from his supporters. He's been from Mr. Kokoti. And Chem starts with a short delivery off, is wide, and is punished. So that was a loosener. It was hit really well.
How many overs have been bowled?
Through the covers. A lovely shot by Siobhan Joseph. Lovely shot. Let's give him.
Yes, but there's no protection on the cover field, cover boundary. That was the 7th over. It's been bowled, and there was no cover on the boundary. You have to You don't have the
Well,
runs.
you don't start off by setting the field for bat bowling, PS. So
No, you don't.
He bowled it wide and short, and
That
that goes skywards and will go over the boundary for 6.
Yeah.
Wonderful shot, all
Magnificent.
timing.
Magnificent.
Wonderful shot by Siobhan Joseph. I admire his shape, his timing,
Yeah.
and that was a thing to behold, a thing of beauty.
Again, it goes to say, bowl your spinner. Bowl the pace bowlers to your lesser batsmen. But the spinners are doing good on the pitch while bringing Shem.
Nicely played. He waits for it and sort of dabs, half cuts, half dabs it out into the covers.
So that's 10 runs for 2
for
balls.
who looks like Jimmy to pick up. And Shem turns now, will come in. As he does now. Oh, he goes just to sort of flick it on the leg side. Does not make contact. It was not signaled wide, so I'm not sure what
Came
happened
off his thigh pad.
off his thigh.
Yeah.
Okay.
It came off his thigh pad, yeah. So Shem must really come back and come back seriously. His first 2 balls went for 10 runs, and that's not good enough. He's trying again.
Oh, that is a nicely held back. That's
good delivery, yeah.
a very good piece of bowling there by Shem because, you know, in white ball format, it's very important to have some degree of variation.
Must.
And that was a well-disguised slow ball. Yeah. So, Siobhan was forced to adjust and drop it in front of him. In comes Shem once more. That's short on the leg side, and he pulls it. And Kerrick, is that Kerrick?
Yeah.
No, it isn't.
I cannot tell the players from
No,
here.
it's not Kerrick. That was pulled square leg, picked up and returned it to the keeper. So just one run of that last ball. And
so another.
is that a power play ended?
No, that's set.
It ended an over before.
Oh, the power play has ended. So that was over number 7 completed. And the score is 41 for 3 in over number 8 coming up.
Yeah. Okay. So Charles is going to come in now, the off spinner. Yeah. Charles is going to come in right now, again from the southern end.
Anil Charles, that is.
Anil Charles,
Right.
yeah.
He didn't make a very good start, did he?
No, that's his first over.
Oh, that's his first over,
Yeah,
right.
it's coming. That's a bowling change.
Correct, yes.
A bowling change, yeah.
So he's adjusting his field. Perhaps he can pull Kerrick a little squarer, pull him a little more behind a square, but not a bad field. Not a bad field to start off with. Oh, that's short, and he pays the price. Oh, is he going to be caught? Oh, no!
Easy catch.
Oh, no, Kerrick is not the fielder you'd have expected to have made a meal of it. He completely misjudged. He was underneath that ball. I mean, that is very close to our position here. So we had a very good vantage point, and we were able to see what happened.
The ball went right through his hand.
He was right underneath it.
Yeah.
And it was dropping and went through him before he could catch it. And there we go again, a short ball, which is pulled behind square again. Well, this is more like wide, fine leg. Another 4. So 10 runs into deliveries.
So
not
we've
what
been
we
going
wanted
in
at
10
all.
cycles, 10, 3 consecutive
Oh, my
overs, 10 runs each. Yeah.
So Siobhan Joseph has you know, taken full toll on those loose deliveries because they were short and they were wide.
But that was a very, very sad mistake here because the ball went right through his hand. He should have taken that.
Yes.
Especially you scored 87 runs. He should have.
Yes. Kerrick just seemed to have not been able to judge it properly. I'm not sure. You know, the venue here, I've seen many catches dropped by quite capable fielders here.
That's true too.
Yes. Oh, that is wide. That was short. So Anil has not settled into his line and length at all yet. That I can see. Yeah.
He's struggling. especially giving away 10 runs that early in his spell.
And
But
plus
he's a good bowler. I expect him to come back.
a couple of wides as well,
Yeah.
if not 3.
But again, there's nobody here.
Oh, okay. That's a much better delivery, and unfortunately, there's nobody close to the bat to effect a catch.
So
But
between the square leg
yes,
and
short mid wicket would have caught that. Anyway, he comes in. That's short, and he pushes that one through. A diving attempt made there by short mid wicket. It does not cut it off, and they get one.
somebody must tell Charles, stop pushing the ball.
Yeah, well, he
Loop
was
the ball and let the
looking
ball
to
do its work.
do some variety here. It's too short.
Yeah.
Game pitch is short, and this time it's flat batted across into a wide cover region.
So it's the end of,
And at the end of over number 8, it's 54 for 3. Yes.
so,
Over
so
number 8.
I think it was 9 for 2. It was 9 for 3, and it's 54. 54 for 3 in the 8th over. So surely Goodlands are walking away with it, and
Yeah.
it's to Goodland to Grand Riviere. I think Grand Riviere have played some very mixed cricket here, and it seems that if they keep on, they will get to the 18-10 over, as Dwight suggested. 8 overs, 54. Yeah.
I'm not going to. I don't think they will do it in 10
No, I
overs,
don't
but
think
they
so.
might do it in maybe 15 overs.
But
Now that missed chance, they will rue
yeah,
that missed chance on the boundary.
it was
by
too
Kerry.
simple. Greg is just
yes,
forward and push it straight back in the approved fashion. Shem pick it up and walk back businessman to his back, and he's bowling to Craig. Craig is very experienced player and led Goodlands to early in their coming into the tournament. They won the tournament. Since then they have not fared that well. Good delivery.
Yes.
Again, there's no need to play at it. 54 in the 9th over. I mean, there's no rush. So
None
Craig,
needed.
Craig is
No desperation.
well aware. Just lets it go by. So
It's almost
right away,
a walk in the park.
Grand Riviere is sinking
Shem.
here.
That's short.
Oh, and he
Greg
waited and
pulls
waited,
it.
and Greg pulled it.
Will
And
he
they're coming
go
back for the
across? They come
second.
back for 2?
No. Two
Okay,
more.
so they were thinking that may have gone to across the boundary, and they didn't really. There was no urgency in the first run,
Yeah.
and they found themselves really having to hit the gas, floor the gas, to get home. If that throw was on target, it may have been quite an interesting.
It could have been. It could have
The
been.
umpire would have had
different,
to make a decision there.
So Shem is continuing,
Yes.
and he really needs a wicket or 2 here, probably 3. Outside of the off stump, full, went to the keeper, a low full toss, and Greg attempted to crash it through the offside, misses. And if he beats the man at why he's made off there, there's nobody here to stop it. He's going to run into the boundary. He knows that very well. Shem, outside the off stump, and Greg lets it go. Good ball, good line.
Good batting by by Greg.
The older
batting.
man will always prove his experience.
Yes.
Yeah.
Pulls his bat away, recognizing the risk, the potential risk of, edging it into the keeper's gloves, waiting gloves. Does the same thing again.
Yes.
No rush, no panic. He's in for the long haul.
I'm here to see it's over.
Yeah. He's determined to see this through, and that's what he's doing.
9 overs completed, and the score is about 56.
5-6. So
Nine.
they're like 30 runs off. from
32
the-
runs.
from the
Yeah.
target, and they have a lot of time.
A lot of time.
Lots of time.
11 overs to score 32 runs.
30 odd
That's
runs.
less than 3 runs an over. 56 for 3. 9 9 overs bowl. So what you notice, there's no calling, there's no shouting from the Grand Riviere team.
Yes.
I mean, they have sink
They
into...
have a lot on their minds
yeah,
right
yeah,
now.
Yeah,
you
they
know.
have dragged
Captain is
themselves.
a bit.
So let's see what Charles do this time. That's a better delivery, float it, but it's short. Charles have been bowling too short. One more. 57.
And Siobhan Joseph takes a single and we bring Greg, the veteran, to take strike. Keeper crouches behind the wicket as Anil comes in.
Push it through.
And Greg jumps back. This one is rising to about waist level, waist height, and he simply plays it back down the pitch. In comes Anil Charles once more. That's short, and Greg does the right thing. Pulls it into our commentary position. It crosses the boundary and goes running down the hill into the ravine behind us.
Yeah.
And that was a very nice shot, very well executed. And we expect Greg Wilson to take charge in that way.
Yes, and he has.
Very composed,
Very composed.
very poised. No rush, he's not making any hatch out of any of the shots that he's played.
That should be the 50 runs partnership between these two. They came in at 9 for
Our
free.
statistician will always tell us, is that a 50-run partnership yet? In the meantime, dot delivery. Anil comes back well. He must get his length and his line.
The
There's
young
no
man,
room. There's
the
not
young
much
man is
room
under
for error
pressure.
here.
The young man is under pressure.
And that always happens,
And
yes.
he's not coming out pretty here at all.
There we go. That's a better delivery.
Yeah. Cut.
And he cuts through the vacant gully area. The fielder at point does a good job of running back, picks up turns and throws it in, makes a direct hit. But
Now, if you notice, there was an opportunity for a second,
Shadrach,
but the
Siobhan was home.
Goodland batters just take the time to humble down. There's no rush. We're winning the game. Why should we stop? Don't give them a chance.
That's a better
That's a
delivery.
better
Oh my
delivery.
goodness. He goes for broke. He goes with the kitchen sink at that one. Makes no contact and it goes over the stumps. The wicketkeeper missed it as well. It bit everybody. And dot ball, end of the over.
Yeah, again, Charles floated this delivery and it bamboozled the batsman. And that is what I've been saying all evening. When you batted, you watch the bowler who took the most wicket is the one who floated the delivery. Now it's your turn to bowl. Float the delivery. Float the ball and let us see what happens. But he's been pushing it through and Greg have been working. I think Greg have hit him for 160 and 2 falls. And he's still pushing it through.
Yeah. It sounds like you need to have a chat with Granivier Mount Olives. Yes, Morris.
Yes, of course. The cricket, you have to play, you have to watch every facet of the game when you are involved in it. Understand what is happening. Why did you score 87 runs? Why? Answer the question. When you go out there, then repeat what was done to you. It's not always easy, and I'm not saying it will always work, but it's not, you're not doing it. Greg is forward, bat and pad close together. Ball
Very
ran,
professionally
yeah.
played, and we are now looking at. We have Lindell. We haven't seen him in the attack yet. Number 3, his back is to us right now. He's a pace bowler.
Okay.
I don't know if we'll see him tonight. And Greg
Lovely shot.
plays that a bit square of the wicket on the offside. Into the covers, really. And they take a single.
So Goodlands are now in the 60s. So they're really matching home.
They need wickets, that's for sure.
They need,
And right now the field is spread.
yeah.
I'm not sure they need to spread the field that much, but I guess that'll happen. They take a single.
Yeah.
I guess they're under pressure now because
They
they're forced to defend. There are not many runs to defend at this time is less than 30.
Less than 30. So there are more balls than
Yeah.
runs.
They have, 9 overs left to get 20 odd runs.
Outside the stump.
So the game is into a sort of lull
Yeah.
because there's not much happening for the home team, if I can call them the home team, Grand Riviere. Goodlands seem to be
Matching.
going quite comfortably for victory here. That's short. Oh my goodness, and Greg made a meal. For the very first time tonight, he made a meal of that one. He could have very easily
Popped the
been
ball.
caught by the wicket keeper.
Yeah, yeah.
And that happens when the ball stops on you and it's rising and it's on the leg side. You go for the pull and you top edge it. It just spoons up in the air. Comes Shem once more. And Greg is properly forward.
Shem pick up.
The
Shem
bowler
yeah.
is very insistent that there's no run to be taken off that one, and he does the fielding himself in a short cover region. So end of the over,
So
which is
what will Captain Charles do?
we'll get for you
Younger
what the
Charles
score
has
is.
not been very economical, and he has not shown
The score is
that he
64 for
can
3.
pick up a wicket, and it's very surprising
In
because the spinners
11
got the
overs?
wicket. So Charles, the captain, is in a long discussion there with one of his bowlers who carries number 10 on his shirt, and so there's a bowling change at the southern end. Unfortunately, spin was the pitch is so helpful to the spinners, and we couldn't get much from Charles. So there will be a bowling change. It may be the last thing that the captain can try, that Grand Riviere can try. The score is
61 for 3,
61 for 3.
11 overs completed.
And that is over number 12. So in order for they to win, they must bowl out Goodlands.
Definitely.
You must bowl out
They have to
Goodlands.
take wickets.
You really cannot stifle them out of that. So they have their work cut out for them. And with the catch drop on the boundary, that again was very surprising. I thought he had it covered. And the odd ball wide and the bad deliveries, all of this has contributed. And after being 9 for 3 and all the shouting, they really did not live up to what they intended to.
Yeah.
So now Goodlands is flying, and we expect them to win any time.
Oh, that's a very good start by bowler, number 10 on his back, Osha Quinn.
That's a leg
and
spinner.
he's a leg break bowler.
Leg-
He's a spinner. And, if he gets it in the right area, he can create some problems. So let's see how he goes. Oh, that's a good start by... Oh, he plays it, he cuts it very late.
Oh, it hit the back.
Does, well, that's also possible.
Yeah.
Yes, he can turn it, and he has some good control. I've seen him in practice. That's Shaquin.
Okay.
So he's going to be bowling to Greg. They do have a slipper. Is that third slip? Rather deep. Oh, that's short. Oh my goodness, that could have easily gone to
Coming back for the second.
the point, the gully fielder. It's sort of a cross between a gully and a third or fourth slip. Rather deep fourth slip. So they take a single, and Shaquin, the field is being adjusted as Shaquin prepares to come in. He does now. Oh, just out of reach of the short cover.
Yeah. Apparently he was moving in one direction, and the ball went the other direction.
Yeah. And Shaquin comes into bowl once more.
Oh,
That's
that's
short.
short.
Oh, but Greg only succeeds in pulling it back down the pitch to the bowler. And he is very busy, this bowler. He doesn't take much time in between deliveries. He's back into bowl once more. And that's short, and it stays low. And Greg sort of almost flat bats it out into the cover region. It is fielded midway to the boundary. So
A good enough over.
Good enough over.
There was
Pretty
not
eventful.
much, yeah,
Yes.
much
Not
to
very
talk about.
eventful in terms of.
I think the bowler was
scoring
really
wickets.
trying to get his length on line, and the batsmen were trying to feel him. A few singles were taken, but Riviere is always hoping for wickets. That didn't happen this time.
Okay.
They will have to work hard because these two Goodland batsmen seems to be well in, and they are seeing the ball good, especially Greg. So in order to dislodge him, they will have to be better than him.
Well, now we see a bowling change, and Lindell will come into the attack. As I mentioned earlier, he's a pace bowler, and he is in over number 13, would that be, I guess? He comes in, bowls. Oh, makes a good start, but Greg was able to pull, not well timed. Succeeded in pulling it around to the wide fine leg area.
I thought the ball hit him in his chest.
Well,
But
they
he
took,
must
they
have
took
played,
a run. Yeah, he must have got some bat on it.
Because the ball just dropped behind him. Didn't go anywhere. Yeah.
So Lindell comes in once more. Bowls. On his back driven. He half stops it. Nobody seems to want to come and pick it up. So the Riviere fielders are not they're not up to the task. Everybody seems to be back on their haunches.
Yeah. And the Goodlands players also are not too interested in running too many singles.
Yeah.
I have noticed that they have turned down seconds, and now he was a clear single.
Oh, he holds that one back, and the bowler stops it. That could have easily gone through. So good work by Lindell so far.
You need to
I'm not
deliver
sure.
a slower delivery now. Pitch it right up.
I don't know. Carrick seems to be camped out there on the wide cover boundary. Chauvin is forced to adjust and play that back down the pitch. So a good enough over so far by Lindell. He needs to keep going and hopefully even prize out a wicket. That could change the complexion of things a bit, you know, as a fall of a wicket normally does. Good bowling so far. He's been encouraged. Comes in to bowl once more. He gets
a man
an
down
edge on
there.
that, but he has protection.
Yeah.
And no run. Very good.
It's a no ball.
Oh, umpire is signaling free hit.
It's a no ball. It's a no ball.
So he apparently stepped over the popping crease.
Yeah.
And
how bad can it get?
Let's see how he comes back. Oh, that looks like a wide, and the umpire signals. So Lindell has not done a very good job with the last two deliveries, no ball and now a wide. So that's two more that Goodlands will not have to get themselves. They're just being gifted. Here comes Lindell again. Oh my God.
Another wide.
This time he goes offside wide. And he signaled wide, but now he's signaling free hit.
No, that means the free hit is still on.
It continues.
Yeah.
Quite correct.
The
Thanks
free
for
hit
that
is
correction.
still on. Yeah.
It's still on because he bowled a wide
He has
before
not
that.
bowled a
after
legal
no ball.
delivery.
Correct. Well, let's see how Shem can come back. Oh, good ball. That was pitched Yorker length, and he succeeds in going through the defenses of Chauvin Joseph. Wicketkeeper could not stop it, but there is protection back of the wicket there. No run.
So, but he has given 3 already. The batsman did not have to play a run for it.
Oh, that's a slow delivery,
And that's
and
a
he goes
wide
wide
ball.
once more outside the off stump.
Oh, I think that may just be it.
The wheels, as they say, the wheels are coming off.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like Goodlands have almost assured themselves of a semi-final spot.
Yeah.
And before that, we had Grosley doing the same. Oh, much better delivery.
And he
Brings
managed
her over to the end.
He managed to complete 6 legal deliveries. complete an over. So it was, in my opinion, a terrible over. Given the status of the game, you really required him to come in and bowl a very good over, take a wicket or two. But instead, he spread it all around, bowl a no ball, then bowl 3 wide balls, and yeah, this is a terrible over. 4 runs were given.
It's 73 for 3 after 13, and they only have a meager 14 to get. 14, 15, 14 for victory. In comes Shaquin once more. I like his action, Shaquin.
Yeah.
He really gives it a
rip.
A rip.
Yeah.
He really puts action on the ball, and he's very confident in the way he approaches, and he runs and delivers. It was a bit short, and Greg just turned it down the leg side for 1. Oh, look at that! He needs a.
That's off the pad.
Yeah, he would do well to have somebody close in on either side of the wicket. Comes in again, too short, and it's played back up the wicket. Shaquin is unable to stop it. They go through for another single. So 13 to get for victory.
Oh.
We have tomorrow is
arrested.
Arrest, yeah. Oh, he bits Greg Averill on this.
Off stump?
On this time, yes.
Okay,
That was pitched in the business area. Greg played forward but made no contact. I'm sorry, Greg Wilson.
Yeah.
And that's a square, oh my goodness, a misfield. And they go through for another run. Oh, he's run out. Greg has been run out.
Greg must have an injury because he
He
never
no
tried
attempt to get there. No.
Probably he has an injury because I noticed you've not been working
Running
hard to
hard.
get the second run.
No.
Yeah.
Well,
so he's probably carrying an injury. So he did not run the run. He could have run faster and saved himself the run out. But
13 to get.
Grand Riviere is so aware that the game is gone from them. There was no celebration per se because they realized that 13 to get. 13 required of how many overs? Probably 6 overs.
6 overs.
Yeah.
They have only to get 13. And so Grosley have booked their way to the semi-final spot.
Yes.
Goodlands are making their way there now.
Labey has.
Labey.
Yeah.
Labey has
Last night.
done so last night. And then we have the last.
And then Millet will play.
Yeah, Monrepo on Thursday.
Oh.
That makes a lot of height there.
Bounce.
No contact. No run.
So this is another fine over. From the
Not
young
too
one.
bad an over from Shaquin.
Yeah.
I really like his action, his approach, very busy kind of player, young, effusive. He looks like he has something about him and can go places.
He
It
can.
is serious.
These young men must find a place where they can work at the game. Work, practice hard.
We have
You really cannot go in the international game or play represent your country and you're not working hard. You must work hard. Everything you do, you must work hard. There's no easy way to achieve anything. And if there was any easy way, you tell me, I will go and do it. Because I don't like to work. There's no easy way. And you cannot just be liming and doing this. You have to take a ball, get somebody to throw it at you. You have to be bowling. And there are so many stories about the people who are successful. Derek Underwood, his father put a coin on the pitch and let him bowl repeatedly. You tell the story. Shaq O'Neal, mom used to stand in the backyard with her arm curved like a hoop and let him. I mean, the stories.
Wow.
There are so many stories about success.
In the meantime, Lindell comes in. Thanks for these stories, P.S. Morris. Inspiring stories. And nothing comes easy. You know, if you want to succeed in life, you got to have some sort of work ethic. And a good work ethic at that.
And so what I noticed happening to us today as a community, I'll talk about that. Next ball.
Oh, that goes in the air. Somebody's settling underneath it and takes the catch. And so Siobhan Joseph loses his wicket. Rather anticlimactic there, soft dismissal. But let's give a our bowler
Their credit.
credit.
Yeah.
That would be, I'm trying to remember his name here now, I'm sorry. Lindell, yes.
So that is
Lindell picks up a wicket.
That's the 5th wicket.
Yes. Yeah, it went skyward.
Now another 2 wickets could cause a little shake-up here, because this is the 5th wicket down.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Wade Clovis just got out, and I'm not sure who has come in. Is that Alvin Lafay?
That is Alvin.
Alvin Lafay has come in to bat. I thought we'd have seen Alvin much earlier. Anyway, he's a former national player, regional player, veteran, and I believe he's gonna see his team home tonight. There's no fuss.
Yeah.
There's no need for any extravagance.
Shot of 6 eating
any
bird
risk.
deliveries. Yeah.
So here comes Lindell into Alvin, and he jumps back and quite competently leaves that alone.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
No
very
rush.
extravagant looking leave alone shot.
Yeah.
Left alone shot. If you want
Mother-
to call that a shot.
Yeah.
You know, Courtney Walsh had one of the most dramatic
Left alone.
left alones,
Yes,
right?
right.
In
Yes,
cricket.
right. Yes.
In
yes.
comes Lindell once more. Oh, and it gives him out stumped. What a wonderful stumping. Oh my goodness. And Alvin Lafay is
Still standing.
transfixed to the spot and is gesticulating, which is not necessarily what you want, but he's not happy.
Yeah.
He has to walk because the umpire has lifted his finger skyward.
I think Alvin
Yeah.
choked. Alvin kind of choked, like, and after the bails was removed, his heels came down.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it was in the air.
It's
It
possible.
was in the air.
I
Yeah.
mean, these are not, the umpire has given you out.
Yeah.
You simply walk because
That's right.
at the end of the day, we need to trust the judgment of our officials
Yes.
and respect the decision given.
So that is a 6th wicket. And now
Yes.
the batting coming there now is he can hit the ball hard.
I'm not sure who's the batter.
Erroneous? Evitus.
Oh, Evitus Charles.
Yes.
James.
Evitus
So
James.
it's Evitus James joining Siobhan Joseph, who's still there. Siobhan Joseph is still at the wicket.
Yeah.
He's been in there for a while, so I don't think Goodlands have any worries really. They only need to get what, 12, 13? Oh, 11. It's just 11 runs to get, and they have loads of time to get it. So, I don't know that it's time for anybody to be feeling, for
To
them
panic.
to be feeling any panic or any pressure.
Well,
But
that's
anything happens in cricket, right?
anything happens in
So
cricket.
let's look to see what goes on. Here comes
Back.
Lindell,
Back and across.
forces, draws a forcing shot to dig it out by Evitus. Digs it out of his toes.
So, well,
11 to get. And that will be a wide. It is a wide.
That's what
Signaled
you
now.
want.
So 10 to get.
yeah.
You can
Well-
ill afford extras at any stage from the very
During-
beginning because you have a low total to defend.
During the Library game, there was a time when CKS needed have more balls than runs, and they end up losing the game.
Yes. Oh my goodness, that missed the stumps somehow missed the stumps. Was very, very close. So Evitus James lives on. And we look on to see what happens now. Who do they continue with? P.S. Morris.
I
Grand
think the
Riviere.
leg spinner. I would bowl out the leg
The
spinner.
leg spinner should continue. I agree.
Yeah,
Yes.
I would bowl off the leg spinner.
And give him the field protection that he needs. The fielding, needs to be spot on.
Yeah.
The setting of the
I
field.
don't think James would
placement.
play him well, and I think the batting there now, he is the best that they have left that could play him.
I'm
Let's
not
see what happens.
sure of this field placement. Oh, it
That
was
is
looped.
what you do.
It was
That's right.
Given
That
tremendous
is
air.
why.
Was a little full, but the batsman was only able to play it out at short mid-on. It comes, that's
Caught.
too short. That's the only thing with Shaquin is that he pitches it a little short.
Yeah.
But he's getting turned, which is important. So Siobhan Joseph reduces the target by 1.
9.
And they need 9 now
9.
to get.
Yeah.
And Shaquin comes in once more. That's a good delivery. He succeeds in turning it around the corner for 1.
8 required.
Down to short fine leg.
And that's all they need to do.
And Jimmy fields.
And the odd wide will come.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Goodland matches on. Siobhan Joseph is tapping the bat. That's very short. And it gets what it deserves. Too short. Much too short. And sat up and it got spanked over wideish mid on.
Wow.
For 4. So only 4 to get. Early night. P.S. Morris.
Yes, early night.
Early night.
We don't mind the early night. We don't mind the early nights.
And it's a foregone conclusion now that Goodlands will get home. Oh, another short ball, and he again pummels that through covers, but a very excellent diving stop there by, I believe that must be Irvin over
on
there.
the cover boundary there.
That must be Irvin.
So 3 required.
Which is only 3 to get now, and here comes Shaquin. That's pitched up.
Yeah.
Given lots of air and beats the batsman who goes, Evitas, goes at it.
So that's
with a big
16
heave and misses completely. Yeah.
16 overs completed.
So I think we can begin to get ready for the closing ceremonies, and the weather has done us a very good job tonight in terms of staying away. There's a moon overhead with some clouds, you know, slowly drifting across the moon. Here comes Lindale once more. And that's, will that be signaled?
No.
The umpire does not signal wide. Okay. So we have
3 required.
3 to get. So everyone is more or less...
By all counts, we cannot say it was a dull game. It had its phases.
Yeah.
And Grand Riviere started very well in the field, but did not keep up the momentum.
There's no excitement in terms of, you know, a close margin of victory and that sort. But,
That's right.
you know, cricket is always, those of us who love the game, always going to be entertaining.
Always, that's right.
So, you know, we look on as Goodlands they march on. They've taken another single, waiting for 2.
2.
So now the captain is doing the right thing, pulls some of the fielders close in because they only need 2 runs.
Yes.
Yeah, so, you know, you might as well look to stop the singles if you can, but too little, too late. They take another, so the scores are tied now.
I hope so. We get it from the scorer.
So
is it
the
tied?
Scores are tied now.
Yeah.
And the bells have tolled for Goodlands.
Yes, so that is going to be...
Not for Goodlands, for Grand Riviere.
Yes.
One more run.
Oh, and slaps that through the covers.
What for?
That's a wonderful, that's a fantastic shot.
And that's a way to bring in the victory.
An emphatic end to the game and to record a victory for his team, that is Siobhan Joseph. Yeah. And the players will now do the honors, do the courtesies, and exchange handshakes or fist pumps or whatever they seek to do. And P.S. Morris, I must say, I was looking forward to a bit more, and maybe we were, you know, too expectant because, you know, we are getting ready for the closing, but we have to concede that, you know, the pitch would have been a bit of a factor in how the game played out tonight.
Yeah, and the pitch was consistent throughout both innings. Yeah. It's just that Grand Riviere bowlers did not take advantage of a helpful pitch. Yeah. They bowled wide, they bowled short, they really did not take advantage as the Goodland bowlers did. Now look at the fall of wickets. With the Goodland spinner up there, I think took 3. The other one took 2 or 4 and 2. That is already 6 wickets through the slow bowlers.
As usual.
You got 1, 2, you got a couple of run out. So really, more than 60% of the wickets went to the slow men who looped the ball.
Right.
When they came
As
into
expected.
field, Charles was pushing the ball through repeatedly. Did not give the ball and the pitch the opportunity to do something for him. So they paid for that. And of course, they keep on bowling the wide. Off and on, the wide was always an issue. If you score 87 runs, you cannot drop a catch. You cannot bowl a wide.
You really cannot. That's you can ill afford dropping the catches and giving up the extras. So at the end of the night, Goodlands are victorious and they will march through to the semi-finals. Not sure who they're meeting yet.
No, not sure.
And as we said earlier, on Thursday, we will have Monrepo versus Millet, who are defending champions, are they?
Yeah, Millet are the defending champions.
Yeah, and that should be an interesting matchup.
Yeah,
the chairman.
I think
the chairman is ready for us to now have the closing ceremonies, while the statistician puts her figures together. And now we hand over to the chairman for the closing ceremonies. It's been a pleasure providing commentary to listeners.
Okay. And where are all the guys? Where the Goodland guys? Come on, guys, come on. Call this guy. Let the guys come forward. Come, guys. Let's do it. Let's do it. Yeah. Yeah. So, gentlemen, put your hands together for a good game again tonight. Low-scoring games are always interesting and always unpredictable. And tonight, I would like to call on the captain of the losing team. Hard luck tonight.
Oh, yes, sir.
At the halfway mark, 87 on the board. Did not have enough.
No, not enough runs. But the conditions of play restricted the ball. The ball is not coming onto the bat. And again, if you are a spinner, it spun beyond measure.
Yeah. That's one error I noticed, that Charles was pushing the ball through repeatedly. He did not loop the ball. At halfway mark, what did you say to your fielders going on the field?
Oh, I told them if we can bowl to other stumps, if we can take our catches,
that's right.
Yeah, we are in a good position.
Well, you had Goodlands 9 for 3, and they escaped.
Yeah, the good partnership between the experienced Greg Wilson and Wade Clovis.
Yeah.
They put it back together again, and well, I congratulate them.
Yeah. Well, congratulations to another quarterfinals again. I think you guys are doing a wonderful job.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of time before you get there and win again. You win about a couple of years ago.
Yes,
so all the best to you and your team.
Thanks.
And hard luck today.
Thanks much.
Thank
Good.
you. Yeah.
All right.
Okay. That was Charles. And now I would call the captain of the successful Goodlands team.
And today he played T10 and then he's here tonight again playing T20.
So today he played T10 and now he's here. Good night, good game for you.
Good night, everyone. Thank you very much.
So you won the toss and decided to bowl?
Yes.
Why?
Yes. Well, based on the conditions of the pitch, of course, we had some rain earlier today. And when we assessed all the conditions out there, we saw it fitting that any team actually that won the toss would have batted first.
And
bowl first.
And you bowled brilliantly, especially the slow bowlers.
Yes.
They got 6 wickets between them. So at the halfway mark, 87 on the board, what were you thinking?
We just had to stick to our game and to just go out there and do what we are capable of doing, and we did just that.
So you're getting ready for your semi-final game?
Definitely. Well, we are in there, and all we can do is just give it a shot and do our best.
Well, Goodlands are early winners of the tournament also, and they have not been able to repeat, but I'm hoping that this year can be your year. All your best. And may your team, we all continue to work together and make the APL what it is today. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. And now we will wait on, we'll ask our scorer.
As the scorer is getting ready, Pastor Morris, I have to make mention of the players from Goodlands who played T20 today, and they are T10, sorry. Okay, the Dream 11, and they are here tonight also. That shows the determination and the commitment on their part. So I think we have to applaud them on that. Thank you very much, gentlemen. We appreciate that quite a lot. And it says that the value that they see in our tournament, and then I always say this, I commend teams like Goodlands also who understand the tournament and then shows the importance. So thanks again, gentlemen. Yeah. And to Grand Riviere also, thank you very much for your commitment right through.
Yeah.
Good evening, everyone. Commiserations to Team Grand Riviere. Had fought fight, however, this evening you fell short. Congratulations to the Goodlands team on a very hard fought victory. This evening's performances from Grand Riviere, we had Lindell Louis, 2.4 overs, 2 for 13. Irvin Isidore with 21 runs, 3 overs, 1 for 15. Shadrach Theodore, 3 overs, 2 wickets for 15 runs. For Goodlands, we had Greg Wilson, 27 runs. Avitas James, 3.4 overs, 2 for 15. Wade Clovis, 2 overs, 3 for 5. With a match-winning score of 47 runs not out, this evening's man of the match is none other than Siobhan Joseph. Congratulations.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Great innings tonight. I was very impressed with your batting today.
Yeah, definitely, with my team in a bit of trouble.
How hard it was to score runs out there?
Well, I don't believe it was difficult. It's a matter of applying yourself, and it just got easier with every ball I faced.
Okay. I'm told you scored some runs today. How many did you get in the Dream 11?
Well, that was over the weekend.
Over the weekend, yeah. So let's stay with our game today. So what happened between, after 9 for 3, you and Greg came together? What was the talk about?
Well, it was basically we needed less than 6 runs and over to win. So it was just about staying in and batting deep. And if we needed, let's say, 6 to 10 runs and over in the end, we backed ourselves to get it with wickets in hand.
Well, I think that was a great innings on that pitch. So all the best, and let's continue to play hard. Now you qualify for the semi-final.
Thanks.
We hope to see more.
We're going to come harder.
All the best, man.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. Put your hands together, guys. Again, congratulations to Goodlands. Get ready for the semi-final berth, and hard luck to you, my friends. Let us enjoy the game. Always enjoy the game. Let us pray. Thank you, Lord, for another good night. May your Holy Spirit continue to direct us, take care of us to our respective homes, and continue to give us a spirit of togetherness. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Good night, everybody.
And just before you go, remember Thursday night, we have Millet taking on Monrepo. You cannot afford to miss that Thursday night. And next week, Monday and Tuesday, will be the semi-final matches. God bless you.
Yeah. Tomorrow is